Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Black Geek Energy. And
Black.
today's guest spends a lot of time doing what comic
On this, the weekend of Juneteenth, the Freedom Weekend for our people.
All right, today's guest spends a lot of time doing what comic fans do best, and that's debating stories and talking about characters, following industry drama, and convincing people to pick up just one more issue. Over the past few years, he's built a following by covering comic book news, new releases, controversies, and all the stuff that keep the comic book community buzzing. Whether it's Marvel, DC, or independent stuff, or the latest controversies lying on social media, chances are he's got a video about it. He's a creator, a comic book enthusiast, and someone who's helping bring a new generation of readers into the hobby one video at a time. Joining us today on Black Geek Energy is Kaden Smith, also known as KD Comics. Yay!
Appreciate you. Hey, yo, you hyped me up crazy.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, Kaden. I was like, how much of that is made up?
I was like, damn. I was like, is there another guest coming on?
No, it is you. It is all you because we've both seen what you do and we definitely love it. But here on Black Geek Energy, we like to start out with a hard-hitting question. Something that may make you not like us anymore. May set the mood wrong, but we're all professionals and hopefully we can all answer questions.
Yeah,
so it's just one very hard hitting question. And that question is if I walked into your room right now and counted all the unread comics that you have, would you be going to jail?
Yes. But listen though. I don't think any comic collector. I have way more unread than I do read. Like that's not even a question. I don't think any comic collector has read. Especially if you collect a substantial size, I don't have my desk set up in front of my shelves like I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
But I probably have read, if I had to spitball it, maybe 50% of what I have collected. Maybe 60%. 60%. I have a lot of comic books. I'm a collector. To me though, sometimes buying and finding deals is just as good as reading a comic book. You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, I'll be going straight to jail. You know what I'm saying? No, bro.
Same, Kaden. And I feel like he asked you that question because I have so many unread comics. He knows, I'll come on regular, I just bought these comics. He's like, oh, you read them? I'm like, nah. I just bought them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start off this week's episode like we start off every episode. Katie, how's your previous week been?
It's been great. I've been working a lot though, so I haven't really got a chance to read a lot. I don't know if I told you before. I work part time at a comic book store.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the stuff that's coming out this week. They come in like Thursday past week. So I read a couple things. I read a couple things early because it's a little exciting for a couple things early. It's a common reader's drink.
Right.
But I've been working a lot. I also work as an Amazon delivery driver. You know what I'm saying? I deliver a lot of packages. It's hot right now. Mm-hmm. So you stay high. Everybody stay hydrated. Even watching this, you know what I'm saying? It's hot all the time.
Yeah. And then you're in Texas, right?
I am in Texas. So it's Texas. I'm in more the DFW area.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm more the DFW area. But like I say, it's like the heat in Texas. It's not like a dry heat. It's a humid heat. It's not as bad as Houston though. Houston is terrible. Well, Houston's a great place, culture, food. If you want to go do something, but heat wise, terrible.
Me and D'Marcus definitely know about those humid heats because we stayed at Hampton University, which is right on the water. So we definitely
and we was raised in Atlanta, so shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Swamp kids over here.
Now, did Amazon put in air conditioning on their trucks yet, or are you just hoofing it?
So how it works is, at least I work through a third party company who works directly with Amazon. So I technically don't work directly for Jeff Bezos. But
okay, good.
But so yeah, some of the vans So we have electric vans and gas vans. If you're in a gas van, low key, people don't like them because the space is smaller, but the air blows way better.
In
The
the
air blows
gas
way
van?
in the gas vans. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the speakers are louder. So if I'm riding to my first stop, it's like 20 minutes, I can blast my music. I'm listening to a
Okay,
lot.
you in a
I've been,
thumping.
yeah, I've been listening to a lot of T.I. recently because this guy's new album coming out.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
sir.
and then if you're in the EVs, the electric vans, not sometimes you might get most of the vans right now are good. There are some. I was in the one yesterday. Say man, it was blown, but you could barely tell. As long if you keep the window down, and then if you're in a neighborhood area, you can keep the side door open. You have like a nice little breeze coming in. Yeah, so you got to find ways to get the cool air in there. But usually, it's not bad though. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's a solid job. You make your own hours, so it's cool.
Okay,
Nice,
okay.
nice.
So
I got a question.
Yeah.
okay,
You know when that new Ti coming out? You got a release date?
It's like next week, isn't it?
Shut the front door. Okay, bet.
Oh, I can look it up. I'm pretty sure it was next. He just posted something like Ti's one of my favorite rappers.
Same.
So I think he posted something like a couple days ago. I think he said last Friday.
Okay.
He was like it was in June, like June 26th or some shit like that. So it was something like that. I could be wrong though.
even after the allegations,
What allegations? Yeah.
T.I.
I follow music. I'm sorry. But yeah, go ahead, tell me.
T.I. and Tiny have a lot of allegations where they have been accused of sexually assaulting a whole bunch of women.
I actually have never heard that.
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
just
it
that
was
once,
in
but
court.
like,
I've heard about his other cases, but I haven't heard
Yeah.
about those ones
you
specifically.
know, I feel like this kind of shit always come out about black celebrities once they start to get out of
Are
like
these
the
recent? Are these recent cases?
No,
Or
these
are
have
these
been
recent?
going on for some years, but these are actually things in court that they have done. So I
Uh-huh.
don't know what the market's about to say.
No,
uh,
yeah.
I'm not saying that they haven't done things with some women, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like these things always come out when black celebrities are starting to get out of the mud, get out of the bullshit, when they start to like do a little bit more than what folks thought they would. Cause T.I., you know what I'm saying, he about to make a comeback. He done been a comedian, he done had a bunch of different shows, you know what I'm saying?
He was trying to be a comedian.
He was
Uh,
trying to be a comedian. I don't know. I saw his comedy. I thought it was pretty good. I was like, oh, he did it. He was on
Okay, that's fair.
stage.
That's fair.
He was on stage, and I paid for a ticket to see him tell jokes. He a comedian.
But I didn't know about I didn't know about those allegations. Have they been? Are they still ongoing cases?
yeah, they are
Or
ongoing cases still. I and he also has made some homophobic statements in the past.
I mean, you know, we all learning and growing.
He's over 45, so
So I
he's
can't learn and grow after 40. What are we talking about, Jerry?
no, you cannot. If you especially
so
if you are making homophobic statements and sexually assaulting women, that's something you learn in kindergarten not to do. So if he doesn't know how to do that yet, then I
Well, if no
know
one
how
taught
to.
me in kindergarten, when am I supposed to learn?
to
If
be
you
fair,
if
no, I'm not going to get what you're saying about the sexually assaulting. As far as like the homophobic comments though, I would say you wouldn't learn that in kindergarten, especially at his age, especially because he's around my dad's age.
Yeah.
I would say that honestly, it's actually more encouraged
Mm,
than saying against it. Not saying that it is right. I'm not.
mm,
That's not the point that I'm making at all.
yeah.
And and a lot of people going on that. Not saying that it's right in the slightest sense at all.
no,
Yeah.
nobody, no kindergarten teacher has to tell you don't treat gay people wrong. It should be don't treat anybody wrong, and that anybody should be including of gay people. And because he did not learn that, he has made statements in the past where he proved that he did not learn that. He has said things in the past. He's also sexually assaulting women. I don't understand what we're talking about here. Are we defending
That's
T.I.'s
not what
right to sexually assault women and be
that's not what I'm
homophobic
Hey,
during
whoa, that's
Pride
not what
Month?
we saying, man.
that's
That's
not
not what we saying.
you know what? You know what? He comes into my live sometimes and we debate, and I feel like you take what we say out of its context and
He
take him saying something
do.
completely different. I never said I defended what he was saying. I even said the sexual assault comments. I said yes, you do like it. I said as far as the homophobic comments, okay. As someone, he's like 45, 45, 46.
He's something old.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so he grew up like in the 80s, late 70s. 80s.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Listen,
45 years old. Yes.
especially older black men and just in general. I think we know. Not saying that is right in the slightest sense of all. Okay, I'm just saying I think we know the surroundings that we're in how the comments towards gay people.
Yeah, we know the culture. We know the culture because it's definitely, and I think it's definitely, especially for that age group, it was definitely like treat everybody right, but don't do that gay shit.
Yeah.
And we all know that that's wrong as well.
We do know,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
And
wrong.
he knew that that was wrong as well.
He is learning that is
Again,
wrong
we are
now.
defending homophobia during Pride Month.
No, we not.
Yeah, we are.
We are encouraging men to grow and change their minds with new information during Men's Mental Health Month.
Again, that mental health month thing.
Right, Kaden?
You
Right,
are
Kaden?
you are erasing Pride Month by saying Men's Mental Health Month, and that
No,
was a
they
conversation.
two can coexist.
Say it. Say it.
Two can coexist.
No, because
I need somebody on my side. I'm glad I got you
when
here,
y'all
Kaden.
when y'all say that, y'all are erasing Pride Month. There's no other reason to say Men's Mental Health Month in relation to Pride Month, except if you're trying to erase it.
We're not saying it in relation to Pride Month.
But this
We're saying
is
If we
two
were
different
talking
things.
about Pride, if I did not say during Pride Month, you would not have said Mental Health Month or whatever. That would not even
We
came
don't
up.
know that.
But regardless of what month it is, it's still wrong. Like the gay comments, right?
Yeah,
It's
the gay
still
comments are still
wrong.
wrong.
It's still wrong.
Like we
And
can all
there's
agree
no
on that.
excuse.
Yeah.
So going back to my original statement,
Okay.
are we still supporting him with all of his allegations out?
I'm
They
listening to the album.
I'm listening to the album. I can what's it called? Pirate the album. Y'all supporting?
Did you listen to Kanye's album that just was released?
I really don't care what Kanye.
Nah, yeah,
Matter
nah.
of fact, I didn't know that album came out. I really don't care for Kanye as much as the next person.
Yes.
But yeah, that's just
okay. We should go into it. This is a discussion podcast. So Kanye's comments were too far, but T.I. is just right at the line or something.
What did I say that said that?
I'm asking. I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Wait, what do you mean? Once again, I haven't heard T.I.'s comments.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So are you familiar with Kanye's comments? The comments that Kanye has been making.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Against Jewish people.
So
Jewish people, gay people,
Jewish
black
people,
people,
that
children.
black people chose slavery, everything.
Yes, those. He had a song about Hail Hitler. Yeah, he's insane. Once again, though, I'm not this. My what was it? My grandmother prior before she passed. This is before he made what's it called? The slavery comment, or maybe right around the same time. Is ever since like his mom died, I think he has been right. Once again, not defending for you. I'm not defending him. I'm not defending him. Okay. I think he has some shit because I think he needs to be jumping from one train to the next. He's saying his shit, right? I don't think he has like
he's unmoored.
Yeah. So once again, like I'm saying, Kanye is crazy. I think it's some shit he needs to work
out. Another thing, KD, Mr. KD comments in the house. We were just talking about getting groceries, and you were saying something about you don't like to go in the store.
Matter of fact, I don't think I've been as far as like having a whole grocery list and going in the store. The only time I go in the store is if I'm getting like one thing or maybe two things.
Goodness.
If I'm getting like, let's say I'm getting a sandwich meat, bread, eggs, whatever. I go on the app. My favorite store is Kroger. My favorite store is Kroger.
That's a good one.
Also, I saw an article they're trying to lower their prices soon. I saw
Kroger's trying to lower their prices.
Lower grocery store prices. I have to look on it. It's this trusted news site I look at called Straight Arrow News. Great website for news if you look at that. Regardless though, it's called Straight Arrow News. Straight Arrow. This was like I think this was a couple weeks ago that article came out. It was the CEO of Kroger said they're trying to lower the prices. I don't know when that's going to be implemented. or whenever. But regardless of that, today I got my stuff from HEB. HEB only in Texas. Like one of the greatest grocery. We're like, I think we're top rated grocery stores, like top 5, and it's only in Texas. Just saying, had to flex Texas a little bit. But if I'm getting like sandwich meat, bread, eggs, chips, like a whole lot laundry stuff, I just order it on the app, go over there, tell them I'm there, so they can throw in my car. Because if you go in the store and you try to have a whole grocery list of things, you're gonna walk by the aisles and be like, man, that's new. That sounds kind of good. Let me try that.
I hear what you're saying.
It's only $4. It's only $4. It's like, oh, now this is half off. You buy 4 to get you see all these deals once again, and they do this. It's selling you. So like once again, even if you know how it works and that it's working, it's probably gonna work. You gonna pick up at least one more thing.
Yeah.
That you're not supposed to, especially if you're budgeting. You know what I'm saying? Money's tight right now. I'm not making money.
I understand that.
So if I have money below. Yeah.
I was trying to ask you this earlier. Do they ever get shit wrong? Do you ever be like, oh, like I want the McCormick brand seasoned salt, and they give you like
only once. So usually before I get there, if I on the app they're like out of something, it'll tell me. But like say they ran out of something like before I get there, they'll be like, oh, we're out of this. Do you want to substitute it? I'm just like, nah, take it off, and then they'll take it off the total.
Okay,
and get back to me.
Because when I did the grocery order, my bad. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, when I did the grocery order, that kind of shit didn't happen. I was like, oh, if they don't have this flavor, don't get it, because I don't like the other flavors. I only like this one. And then when they got me my order, they had all the shit in there, like the wrong flavors, wrong brands. And it was like I want cereal. I want fucking Cheerios. And they sent it to me. They got Golden Grams. They were like, it's all cereal. I'm like, man, this is not what the fuck I want.
No,
you wasting my money and my fucking time.
No, for real though. I think it's only happened to me one time. It was like some chips. But it only happened once out of the. I've been doing it for probably like a year and a half now.
Yeah,
2 years. So like I was saying, I only go to the grocery store if I'm picking up 1, maybe 2 things. Because otherwise, I know I'm gonna buy some more stuff that I don't need to be buying. So yeah, I try to stick to just doing the pickup order.
I don't really like doing delivery on groceries or not going up and down the aisles. I like to do that. That's a good workout for me. But I love doing it when I had that EBT card. Because all you have to pay for is delivery and a little bit of tip. And there are usually really great sales for an Instacart, like $40, $50 off. And I'm like, great. But BJ's also does delivery for just $10 extra. So I've started doing BJ's getting that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
$10. Especially if you're ordering hella fucking groceries, a fucking case of water.
Yeah. And you don't have to tip them. Like there's no option to. So.
Oh.
There's no option to tip them?
No option to tip them.
That's
I like that. I like that.
That's bullshit to the workers.
Yeah.
It's kind of really good.
I like it. I used to do like I used to have a job as a delivery and drive like before Amazon. My dad he had a company where like we got partnered with like Lowe's and we would deliver appliances for them. So we had a box truck, we deliver like washers, dryers. Terrible job. Well, I liked the job. I was with my dad and my brother. It was cool. Terrible job. Like the tips get you through the day too. It was cool because it's always some BS. Like how much can we cuss on here? Well, I've been cussing.
You can talk how you want to talk, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. I've already been cussing, but it's always some BS when we do like the appliance delivering stuff because it's like you might have a washer and dryer, the heaviest washer and dryer you can possibly get, 3 flights of steps, tools, whatever. Then it's like if you go to every house is different. So you might get a house that was built in the 70s. Doorways might be really small. So then they want a refrigerator through there. So you got to maybe take the doors off the refrigerator, get it through there. Right. So sometimes, and also crazy enough, the tips, I never got tipped. Or not all the time when I did like a big heavy thing. We have to do like a heavy refrigerator, get up a flight of steps, and they'd be like, thank you. You want water, right? Which is cool. I appreciate it, right? But then I go to like another neighborhood, it's usually maybe rich neighborhoods. I drop off a dishwasher. Now, dishwasher, for some reason, we couldn't hook up. It was like some like liability thing. Yeah. So we just drop it on the front step. And you go $20 each for you and your person. I just dropped it off. So it's like, hey, which I respected. But it's like, I didn't do no work. Like, you know. For the refrigerator going for flight of steps, I would like a $20 tip.
Right. This goddamn 120-pound refrigerator.
Yeah, but so that's why deliveries. I tip when I can. 'Cause I know how, even though
Yeah,
it's only just groceries, but
yeah.
I like
It's
yeah.
yeah. It's getting out of control for me. The tipping done got out of control, man. Cause like when I order food and I go pick it up, they still be like, "Oh, like what's the tip?" I'm like, "I'm doing all the fucking work here.
Exactly.
You
Like
ain't
a
doing shit
robot
that
did
you
that.
wouldn't
I'm
normally
not
get
tipping
paid
a
for, you motherfucker."
You know
I'm
what?
not tipping a robot. What are you talking about?
That is true. The tips they be trying to force on you, they be like, "You gonna do like a 15% gratuity, bro?" I'm picking it up. Our
Right.
orders,
I'm burning my fucking gas to get over here. What are
yeah,
we talking about?
Exactly. And
It's-
then I just saw them with a tip thing at the Kroger checkout line. I'm like, what is this for?
yeah. That
No.
Tipping who? I had to walk and get all these groceries myself. I'm doing the work.
Exactly.
So
Okay,
yeah,
but
so now I don't want to stop tipping, but now everybody gets less.
yeah.
Everybody gets 10% now. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. I definitely have stopped tipping if I'm going in the store, I'm placing my order and I'm waiting on it. Nobody has served me or nothing. If it says gratuity at the checkout thing, I
hmm
say no. You didn't do nothing for that. I'm
Outside
sorry.
of your regular job
You're
description.
outside of your regular. I'm sorry, but this company needs to pay you more because you have done what every server has done to me for my whole entire life. I can't do extra on top of it. I can't.
mm-hmm.
Um, Demarcus,
Yes,
how
sir.
has your week been?
My week has been it's not been bad. Some ups and downs.
Oh,
But had a good time. I went bowling last Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And I'm decent. I didn't break 100, but I had fun.
yeah, broke
Okay, okay.
100.
Are you competitive when you bowl?
Yeah. Cause I went with my girl and I went with one of my friends who was visiting and they started beating me and I was like, oh, I'm hating on y'all. Fuck y'all. I hope you drop the ball. And it worked. Started hating and they started fucking it
Yeah,
up. And then I started winning. So it
you
worked.
playing mind games. Mind games. That's
The
how it works.
power of hate, gentlemen.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
and then like work was cool. It was I'm not on the pool team no more, so I'm not doing that. I did play Daggerheart this
Oh,
past Thursday.
how has that been?
I
Yo,
was
Daggerheart is fucking fun, man. And I'm like, we started out with like a pre-made story, but
Mm,
once we ran out of that material, I just started writing it off the top.
yeah.
So they just got to this like big boss battle because they've
Mm,
been like investigating this. The premise is they arrive in this city and
mm,
like some of the people are like kind of weird. Like some people like completely normal having conversations. Other people are just like real placid and real like, yeah, I just want like I'm just trying to get my work done. Like, oh, I don't want to, I don't sit around and talk that much. I don't have
mm,
fun no more. I just work. And they're like these motherfuckers weird. And then like some of the townspeople are like, hey, yeah, like, my husband came back weird. This other guy came back weird.
yeah.
What's going on? And so they've been investigating this thing called the Betterment. And it's something that the kingdom has been using to like make people more productive.
Yeah.
But then now they're like digging deeper into it. They just figured out like that this vampire was like taking advantage of the Betterment and like eating people. So like
Mhm.
if you go through the Betterment and you fail, they'll send you to like a secondary facility. Like, oh, he needs like a more intense program. And then the vampires will like take
Yeah.
people from that program and be like, all right, we gonna eat these ones.
Mm,
And so they just ran into him. But I got a good group. We just added a new player, so now I'm like trying to manage like 6 players. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. Um, they was in this boss battle. I think what I'm struggling with still with Daggerheart is like making the enemies, the adversaries, like competitive enough for them to
yeah.
have fun. Because I
Mm,
think because I already did like a rework of because I use AI. I use AI to help me like make all this shit. I
mm,
already did like a rework of the skill or the agent that I'm using to help create these characters.
mm,
And then they're in this boss battle, and I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are still low key kind of weak. Like,
mm.
like they eating this man alive, and like
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
desperately trying to keep him going. But also
Yeah.
last game it was just rolling good, and sometimes that happens. Like I
Yeah.
think it was like 4 crits last game.
Mm,
That's crazy as hell, actually.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you play any D&D tabletop stuff?
I'm in the D&D campaign currently. We've been going about a year and a half strong.
Shut the front
About a
door.
year,
Mm.
which is this take my first campaign ever too.
Yeah.
So everybody else has been playing D&D before, so this is my first. So I had a friend who's in there who got me into this campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and then he plays Daggerheart like he does this campaign I'm doing, and he does a Daggerheart campaign,
Yep.
which I know is by Critical Role and all. That's how I kind of know about it. And it sounds dope. I'm just, I'm still like, I guess I'm a year and a half in D&D, so there's still stuff I'm finding out. But I like it. I'm a regular fighter. It's the most simplest class you can do. You know what I'm saying? I just run up, block stuff, hit stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't do. I talk more now. When I first get in D&D, I really didn't talk much because all the, I guess, role playing and stuff. I thought was a little corny at first, just a little bit, because then you gotta break your barriers in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Being perceptive by people and stuff like that, and just have fun. If you just have fun and try to just engage in the story and kind of role play, it's fire. I think everyone would love it. It's just the way it's perceived. Yeah,
it just got bad publicity.
Yeah, it got bad publicity.
It got bad PR.
Low key, I think through Stranger Things that kind of upped it a little bit because they had the D and thing. But like for the most part, it's still kind of badly perceived. But I think D&D is fire. Daggerheart I might try one day in the future. But I'm gonna.
And the main difference between Daggerheart and D&D is like it's not as turn based. Like waiting on your turn, that kind of thing. Like, and it's more like action and story oriented. So it's like if this makes sense for the story, we can do it.
Yeah.
I want to like work together and do this team attack. Go ahead. Whereas like in D&D, that kind of stuff is like much harder to do.
Yeah.
It's very much so stories based. There aren't spell slides. There aren't initiative. There aren't any of that, and you just go when you want to. So it's very much funner.
Yeah. So so I did that Thursday. I went dancing on Wednesday, like a bachata lesson dancing.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty dope. It was a lot of fun. It was the kind where they put you with, they like teach you a few basics and then they put you with partners and like the men like circle around the group. So like, you don't dance with who you came with the whole time. And so like I was dancing with like old Asian women and they like hella stiff. I'm dancing with some women who like, oh, I know this better than you do, so do this, do that, you doing it wrong. And it's like, you fucking us up actually. Like you all this push and pull, we can't get it right. But yeah, like so that was dope. And yeah, then I went to like a wine festival for Juneteenth, so that was pretty dope up in Montclair, which is like the oldest, wealthiest black neighborhood over here in Oakland. So that's pretty nice.
Oh, that's dope.
Hell yeah.
It's like in the hills, or
yeah, it's in the hills. How you know, Jared?
I've been to Oakland.
Oh, okay.
I've been to.
He be getting around, man. He knows stuff.
My week wasn't as eventful. One thing that I did go do is I did see Disclosure Day, which is the new Steven Spielberg film where he goes.
Did you like it? No, you didn't like it. I've seen what's crazy. I've seen mixed reviews. There's only one person I know who's a mutual of mine who I'm gonna let you to talk. I'm sorry, but that liked it. But most of the people I saw didn't, or they were mixed feelings on it. But continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. This movie is Steven Spielberg's latest return to aliens after E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Steven Spielberg makes films for children and really young adults. And I think that was my disconnect from it. Because when I was a child, I liked E.T. When I was a child, I liked Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Jurassic Park and all that stuff. I think that this was another young adult, children centered movie because the only good part of this movie was the final 15 minutes. The whole rest of it was like, if you are paying attention to a movie like an adult, then you will notice, okay, why did he do that in the background? Like, there's so much stuff going on that was just nonsensical in the background that it just took me out of it continuously. And I don't know, it was just, I was like so bored out of my mind, and it was just nonsensical. And yeah, it was
Have y'all
just,
seen Obsession?
yeah, I saw Obsession. It was really good.
Yeah, it was fire.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm still trying to see it.
Fire. It's
Like,
fire.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be out of theaters, but apparently it's like still playing. I'm like, I was
yeah.
waiting on it to come on streaming, but
I
It's
think
the
it's like,
horror movie of the summer.
yeah, it's really, it's only, the budget's only like 750,000. They already passed 100 million now.
God,
Like,
all right, bet.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it, Demarcus, but I'm sure it'll come on streaming really, really soon.
Okay.
Um, Great. now we're going to move on to our Put You On segment. In
Okay.
this segment, we usually give our listeners something to put them onto. Like it could be a movie, a TV show, a comic, a game, a restaurant, um, or anything that we thought was good enough to give to our listeners. And this segment is sponsored by our good friends at Movie Pass. DeMarcus, can you
Okay.
tell them about Movie Pass, please?
Absolutely, absolutely. KD, have you heard of Movie Pass?
I've not heard of Movie Pass. Please school me on that.
Man, let me tell you. Movie Pass is a subscription-based service, right? So you download the app, you subscribe to Movie Pass, you sign up for the service. And once you do, it makes movie going easier and more accessible for you, like right off the jump. So, and how it does that is you go from paying, for each movie ticket that each time you want to go see a movie, say you want to see Obsession, say you wanted to see Disclosure, you want to see those in the same month. You paying for 2 tickets out of pocket. You probably going after work on the weekend or some shit. You probably spending $15-$20 on per those tickets.
Yeah.
You get your Movie Pass subscription. At the lowest tier, you're only paying $10 for the month, and you get a number of points that you can use to go see both of those movies. So with that $10 subscription, I used to have it. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was definitely enough to see 3 to 4 movies a month because I could stretch that motherfucking thing. So and so you use it one time and it's already paying your money back. So I don't spend $10. I go see one movie that's $15. I don't save $5. I go see another movie. I go see, go in to see Companion Obsession, and then I go see Disclosure. Shoot, that's another $15-$20. Shoot, I'm up like $30 now.
Yeah.
Off a $10 subscription. And the best thing about Movie Pass is you can still use it in combination with like your Regal, your AMC, your Cinepolis, your Cinemark, whatever movie memberships you have, and still gain points in those too.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's dope.
It works for every theater. That's what I always forget to say that part, but it works for any theater. You can go any of those theaters I mentioned. You can go anywhere, unlike the specific movie subscriptions, the specific movie memberships. Like if I get an AMC membership, I'm trapped in AMC movie theaters. I gotta go there. Movie Pass, go anywhere.
Yeah, you can go anywhere. And if you continuously go on, because they give you a MasterCard or a MasterCard number that you use on the site. So as you use your movie pass to get to see these movies, you're also getting reward points. Like, so I go in movie theaters and I could get all these popcorns, commemorative popcorn buckets, drinks that cost $30 for one.
In a souvenir cup.
Yeah. And I'm getting it for free because I saw 3 movies last May. And yeah, Movie Pass is great. I love Movie Pass.
They got an app?
Yeah, they got an app, man. We got one, Jared.
That's not actually fire though.
Yeah, they definitely have app. And another thing that I do is I don't go see every movie. Like what was You, Me, and Tuscany, the movie with Halle Berry. And I don't like those lovey-dovey movies, but it was a black movie. I wanted to support black movies. With Movie Pass, I could just support a black movie from the comfort of my couch. Just support it, letting it go by. And I also could support the movie that I'm going to put you on this week is God Is. That was a movie that
it's Zazie Beetz, right? Zazie Beetz.
Is that Zazie Beetz? Is God Is? That's with
Wait, no,
Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe. What is her movie called? I'm sorry, continue.
That's that killing movie.
They will kill you. I'm sorry. I got them mixed up. They will kill you. Sorry, continue.
But It's God Is features Janelle Monáe, Sterling K. Brown, Vivica A. Fox. Yeah, and this is the story of revenge. It was like the closest thing to Kill Bill that I have ever seen in my life. Basically, what happens is these people's father burned up their mother. And now their mother has tasked her 2 daughters who are also injured in this fire to kill their father. And as they go on, they be all of his father's ex-wives and all of his other stuff. It was hilarious.
That's so much more interesting than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was gruesome. It was horrible. And then there's this part with Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, the Maverick, Erica Alexander. And she was this preacher that I rewound and rewound and rewound that part so many times. It was so good. This movie, I've now stopped thinking about this movie.
Rewound.
I have not stopped. Well, it's not in theaters anymore.
It is in theaters, ain't it?
Not anymore. I don't think it's. I think it came out a while ago.
I missed it. All right.
It came out in like early May. But yeah, this movie was amazing. It's currently at 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, so everybody agrees that you need to see it. It is really good. The dynamic between the two sisters was very believable. Like they are twins, so they could just look at each other and have a whole conversation. And being let in on that twin synergy was fun. And I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. So make sure y'all see Is God Is, whatever movies are sold.
Nice.
All right. D'Marcus, what about you? What do you have to put them onto this
week? I'm gonna put y'all onto a nice little show. You know what I'm saying? I saw ads for this and I was like, oh, I know I want to watch it as soon as it drops. It is a kid show, but it's animated, but it's really good. It's called Dragon Striker. So it's about soccer. It's a kid show about soccer, but they have like superpowers and they play soccer. And so it's about this kid who discovers that he has like the special abilities, the powers that you need in order to play this like new soccer game. And they are familiar with like traditional soccer in the show because they'll like if you play soccer and you don't use your powers, they're like, oh, like you're going old school, like you're not using no powers or nothing. But like so he discovers he has this power. He gets into this school where they like train these soccer players. And basically everybody's hating on his ass because they're like, you don't belong here. You ain't got you can barely use your powers. You suck. We hate you. Fuck you.
Wow.
And so he of course he makes like a few friends and they try to create their own team. And now everybody's shitting on those friends. It was like, oh nah, like y'all need a field in order to play soccer to qualify to play soccer and have y'all own team. You know what I'm saying? You gotta beat us in order to get your field. It's like, oh, y'all need armor in order to play. You gotta beat us in order to get your armor. And so they just like keep throwing challenges at them, and it's like it's a fun watch. It's a fun watch to see them like overcoming the challenges. Every episode.
I think
what's called Dragon Striker.
Dragon Striker. Yep.
It's on Disney.
Disney Plus and Hulu.
Okay.
Let me check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. I wasn't gonna watch it because it's soccer, and I don't know nothing about nobody's soccer.
You ain't got to. You ain't got to at all.
But that's part of the fun. You be finding out about soccer while watching the show.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think you would enjoy it because these little kids be beating the fuck out of each other, low key.
Oh, okay. Well, I love child violence, so I definitely have to tune in.
So when do we cancel Jared for his comments?
Okay, KD, do you have anything that you want to put our listeners onto for this week?
I think all you listeners probably everything I'm thinking of right now. They probably already read, watched, or heard about.
Tell them again.
Okay. About a week and a half ago, I finished a novel. I'm on another one now. I'm currently reading The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein.
Ooh.
And I just finished a week and a half ago Angela Davis's Woman Racing Class. Woman Racing Class. This is a phenomenal book. Highly recommend it to everybody. This I feel like this should be a must read in like just school in general, but they won't do that. Also, they're trying to get rid of like Black history in Texas schools.
Absolutely.
But that's just but anyways, Angela Davis Woman Racing Class. It goes through the history from back in the 1800s from the abolition movement, from anti-slavery movement, with people such as Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who in Sojourner Truth, Ida B. Wells, people who were kind of at the forefront of the movement, how their movement was also tied within the movement to try to abolish slavery and workers' rights and everything like that, and how that has affected where we are today and all that stuff like that. This is a phenomenal book. I recommend it. It's only like 240-ish pages. This is a phenomenal book.
Can you tell me a little bit about how it is written? Like, is it written like academically and it's like, can it be kind of dry at times, or is it like very colloquially and it's like, yo, Susan B. Anthony was on that shit?
I would say a mix of both. Like to me, I was actually very enthralled with this book. the first chapter is talking about slavery and how women basically were treated on the same black women especially were treated on the same level of men. Black women, we respect y'all for everything you do. Shout out to my mom and my sisters.
Yeah, shout outs.
Yeah, so and basically everything that they do, and it's basically talking to about how they were like black people were seen as tool. This is getting very, very dark for this episode.
No. This
But
is what it's about.
yeah,
It's Freedom Weekend. This is shit they need to know.
It's pretty weekend. But basically how like black people were seen as tools. They weren't seen as like so gender didn't really apply to them because they were seen as tools. Like a hammer is a hammer. You know, it's boy, girl, whatever the case would be. So they're given the same work as their male counterparts. So they pick cotton the same. They're in the fields the same. And so they're also really under more hardship than men because not only were they discriminated against by putting out in the field stuff like that, they were raped, they were beaten, they bore children, and they were sold off like their dogs or something, and they had to deal with that. They would be out in the fields when they were pregnant, and sometimes they would just fill the water right there and have to give birth right there, and then they would have to like sling that baby. They made like this like sling. They came here like this. This wasn't like a sling. I forget right now. I have to go back and like look at it. But and just from that, and then how that went into white women who were part of that. This is I'm trying to wrap this up because this can be like a long discussion.
No. Go ahead, bro. You got time.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah. So and how white women in the just in the free world who were trying to advocate for the rights of the enslaved people, and they realized that we need to be seen on the same level as men as men first before people can actually listen to us. So this kind of grew into the we need to fight for us so we can fight for them, stuff like that, and that grew up. And then how the women's movement kind of had like internal slavery within there, and it can be this whole it can be this whole thing. But anyways, to answer your question, I did a whole lot of rigmarole. I do. It's kind of both. It is kind of informing you, but she also kind of tells it in a way that the prose is very, very nice. And she's speaking to you as a person telling a story and not as like a textbook reading it.
Okay, great. Because that's
what
I want to get into more like Black history books, more like books about like our people and our story. But I think like the ones that I have gotten into, it's like sometimes like it can be like academic. Sometimes it's like like I read Malcolm X and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fire. I love Malcolm X.
Like the way that is written is really good. Or like, but sometimes I'm like, if it's written too academically, if it's too much like a textbook, like then in 1933, this, I'm like, ugh, I'm not gonna get through.
There are moments like that, but it speaks more of like a person telling you about it than just reading about it.
Gotcha.
I mean, reading from a textbook. And like I said, I'm currently reading The Color of Law, and this is which is about how the government basically induced like segregation laws, basically, without saying segregation laws.
All right, give us the title one more time. Women, Race, and
Women, Race, and Class by Angela Davis. I recommend.
Class.
Yeah.
It's only like 240 pages.
Yeah, Black freedom had to come, and because of Black freedom, we got women's freedom, queer freedom, Asian freedom, and we got all this other stuff. So Black freedom had to come first. And I also want to give a shout out to my sister, Stacy Childs of the Texas, who was nominated for the Texas Democratic Representatives, I think.
Okay.
And she has been fighting for the kids' literature and making sure that kids know the history of America, not the perversion of that history. So, yeah.
Another question before we move on. KD, since you in Texas, and I imagine Juneteenth has always been in Texas. Do they really be going up for Juneteenth out there?
At least for my area, they be going up. At least I wasn't really at any gatherings on Juneteenth. There was this. So I don't know if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, the card game.
Yep.
Okay, so they recently released a Marvel set, and I'm not really into Magic like that. Like I know how to play. They released a Marvel set with a bunch of Marvel characters. So I bought a bunch of packs and stuff, and I pulled a bunch of characters. I was trying to get some characters. I pulled a Storm.
Ooh.
I know Jared's right about that.
Yeah.
So I pulled a Stormfront, fire.
Yeah.
Also pulled a Black Panther. I don't give a damn about that, Jared.
Shut the.
But
I fuck with Black Panther.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Alright,
But
next.
so yeah, I was basically playing that game all day. So I took a day off work to Juneteenth. But
Nice.
yeah,
As you should.
but usually I have like in my hometown, there's a place called Cleveland, Texas. It's kind of it's smaller, not like small, but
Yeah.
we go to Carver Park, which is basically a black park.
Mhm.
And like usually family members, other people, basically all black people that's kind of in Cleveland. We go over there, we just kick it all day.
Bet. That sounds like.
And if it's not that day, the day it's probably the weekend. So like Saturday. So yeah, usually. But yeah, that's what we usually do.
Okay, no.
No, I guess
It's
let me ask you. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I guess let me ask you this before we move on. Every year, your company has done a little fake, let's bring in collard greens for the Black people who work here, the 3 Black people who work here. What did they do this year on Juneteenth? Oh, the 2 Black people. Okay. Let's bring in collard greens and uh, Kraft macaroni and cheese. So this year, what did
Right.
your company do for Juneteenth?
We're doing the same thing. We're doing it Wednesday. We're not doing it. We haven't done it yet because Juneteenth was on what Friday.
Yeah.
And we
And you had to write an article last year.
I didn't have to. The one other black
chose
person
to write an article.
one other
to
black person
inform
in
them.
HR asked me, "Oh, would you like to write an article for Juneteenth?" One year I wrote about like HBCUs and why they're important. Another year it was just I think it was just like a general like Juneteenth
You
thing.
didn't tell me that you wrote 2 articles for these people.
I've done it. She's asked me to do it, and I only do it when she asks me because she's also a black woman. She's like, "Look, we need to let these folks know," and I'm like, "Shay, we gotta let them know because if we don't tell them, who will?" And like writing, a couple of 100 words, that's easy peasy for me. I don't mind doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, they don't give us the day off. They do not give us the day off.
It's a national holiday.
So my company does rolling holidays, so they can pick and choose.
Anyways,
They're like, "Oh, if we give you Indigenous Peoples Day, we're gonna have to work Juneteenth, or however they should decide which holidays they're gonna do."
I used to work in warehouse too, and you used to only be off July 4th, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
That's shitty. Like you don't even get like no summer holidays, no King Day.
When I worked in warehouse, man, you got now for Christmas you'd be off like damn near a week, like a couple of like
okay, man. Okay,
Thanksgiving you're probably off like 2 days because you're off like that Thanksgiving Day and then Black Friday, and you're probably off for a weekend. So I guess it's 4-day weekend. And then Christmas you're off like actually the first year I worked there, it was like damn near a week, and they paid you for like 4 days.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
The day was terrible conditions, but but it sounded good. You know what I'm saying? I was very, very young. I was like 20, so 19.
Yo, how much money you get at 20?
Exactly. No, I was with my parents too, so I was like, I was drunk for like 2 minutes.
I'm like, good enough.
So to the experience of a 19, 20 or younger person, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm like 30, got kids, and like that shit.
Yeah, no, that's trash.
For only those. But yeah, I got July 4th, and then July 4th, and then New Year's. No, for the warehouse.
Oh, golly. They shit. That's the new slavery right there. Goddamn.
Yeah. Did you write an article this year, DeMarcus?
Oh no. I did not.
All right, DeMarcus. Do we have an activity for today?
Of course, we have an activity for today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if it's your first time joining us, the way activities and games work here on Black Geek Energy is DeMarcus comes up with the games, he comes up with the questions, he comes up with the answers, he decides who's right, who's wrong, who wins, and who loses. He's pretty much the judge, jury, and executioner of all things games and activities on Black Geek Energy. And our game today is called Static or Cap It.
Okay.
And the way it's going to work, I am going to read you a question about Static Shock, the Static Shock universe. And I'm going to ask you if it is true or false, basically. Is it static or is it cap?
Okay.
This is a great game.
And y'all are working together.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Y'all are working together.
Well,
y'all have 3 strikes. You get 3 of these shit wrong, it's over.
Okay. I have the number 1 static fan, the Virgil Hawkins #1 and the Virgil Hawkins #1 lookalike on my team here. So we're definitely going to win.
I was gonna say
I made a video. It was when, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'm gonna find it real quick. Excuse me, I got some clothes right here. Y'all caught me on this laundry day.
we ain't gonna judge.
This is laundry.
We ain't gonna judge.
Hold on real quick.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But yeah, basically, so when the static Batman Beyond crossover came out, I was talking about it, and like I put up like my face next to it. They're like, "Bro, are you static?" Like, this is when he's like 35. I'm 24. This is when he's like 35, right?
Oh, yeah, that's you, bro.
Yeah.
There was like, bro, we need a cosplay like today. I was like, yo, I was like, you know what, kinda low key.
Yeah,
Like,
high key.
Yeah.
Like that picture looks like, you know how Samuel Jackson got the role of the Shield officer because they took his likeness and didn't tell him. He was like, "This is me. This is me in this comic book. Marvel got to give me a role." They took your likeness and didn't tell you about it. You can actually sue. You can actually literally sue and get a role.
Yeah, I want to get in a role. If they do 35-year-old static, by the time they do that, I probably would be 35. So
shit, you can do it now at 25, bro. You ain't gotta wait.
That'd be fire. But let's get to the game. Let's get to the game. I'm actually super hyped.
Bet. All right, so y'all are working together. Y'all got 3 strikes. You get 3 wrong. The game is over. There are 10 questions, and the goal is to get through all 10. Make sense?
Lord have mercy. Okay.
All right, bet. So number 1. The Big Bang wasn't a planned experiment. It happened when police used an experimental tear gas called quantum vapor to disperse a gang fight at the Dakota docks. Everyone caught in the explosion became a bang baby. One of those bang babies is Carmen Dillo, a man who mutated from a giant armadillo, lives in garbage cans, rolls into a ball at high speeds, and mostly just steals food. Is that static or is it Capit? Now, I do want to add the caveat here that these are what you're looking for is to find, is the whole thing true or is part of this a lie? You're looking for the lie. So if there's a lie in there, it's Cap.
I have to ask one more question. Are all of these strictly from the show?
Mixed.
Okay,
mixed.
Good.
Okay.
I think in the show it wasn't like like it wasn't like the police using tear gas. It was like some gas already on the docks or whatever, and they were shooting it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have another question. Is all of these New 52 or original
I know
Milestone?
Okay. I think so. That would probably be mixed as well.
So yeah, I can break this down piece by piece.
Okay.
So yeah, the original part, the Big Bang wasn't a planned. You said it wasn't a planned experiment, correct? Now, in the original Milestone comics, okay, there is this guy named Dharma who basically manifested these events. So it was in a sense it was an experiment, but he made sure that the Alpha technology for quantum juice would be put in the police's hands. They weren't even police at the time. They were like something else. Like there was people there. There was
like
system.
Security, some shit, right?
They were like in the comics, in the comic books, Milestone. They were part of this organization called System that Dharma helped create. So basically, for the Big Bang happening, that was planned, or that was supposed to happen. In the comic books, that was supposed to happen. Next, the armadillo. Armadillo. Now there is an armadillo in the Static Shock show, only in Static Shock show. Where he does roll around the ball at high speeds. You can see him in various episodes. He's also in the Justice League episode where he's around, and then so that is true. If he's mutated from an armadillo or a human turned into an armadillo, that is the problem I'm actually having.
Okay, and I'll clarify: a man who mutated into a giant armadillo. That's what it says.
I think that is also true. Okay.
Okay.
But the whole statement, or did I miss something?
That's pretty much it. Yep. That's
I think it is all static.
all static. What
Wait,
you
wait,
think,
wait,
Jared?
wait.
Okay, but
Okay,
you comment on this though.
okay. I think that because in the New 52, it wasn't planned. They just started firing on the protesters, right?
So this is the protesters. So the protesters come from like I said, that's from 2021
Mm-hmm.
when they do the milestone returns and even the new static season 1 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for that one isn't planned.
Mm-hmm.
But once again though, this is all mixed. So I like so there's two ways to it. There's two things to it. So I'm gonna go if we're going like original milestone, I'll say it's planned. If we're going like newer 2021, then we can say that's not planned.
It's
I'm gonna so
And so from what you done told me, from what you said earlier with the guy like pulling the strings in the background, like he ain't necessarily like playing the big bang. He was just putting the pieces in place and letting them fall how they may.
fair, which is fair.
okay.
So I would still
We
say that's not planned, but
yeah. So we can say you want to say cap if like so it's we say cap if any part of the sentence is cap, right? Or we gotta say which one's cap.
yeah, no, you ain't gotta say what's cap, but you can just like if you like that's not that don't sound like static, just say cap.
Yeah. All right.
Because and I will give y'all this hint. There is always a fact mixed in with the cap.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll say
I think that this is Cap. I don't know all the milestone history stuff.
mhm.
I just know New 52 and the fact that um the cops did not plan out firing on those protesters. They just did it because they were racist. I think that that was not planned out. So that part of the statement is false. I'm gonna say Cap.
So yeah, it says the statement says it was not planned.
Oh, it says it was
Mm.
not planned.
Yeah, it wasn't planned.
Oh, okay. I will go with Static then.
All
Static.
right. That's what we're agreeing on. Static, both.
Let's agree static.
All right. Bet. And that is correct. Carmen, the piece that was trying to get you here was Carmen Dillo is one of the weirder bang babies in the series. Just like you said,
Yeah.
KD, he lives in garbage cans and primarily steals food. Yet somehow he's still terrifying enough to be a recurring villain. All right. Let's move on to
He's
the
a
next
bad
one.
guy?
Yeah,
He's
he
a
was
bad
rolling
guy.
with like Ebon and them at first, and
Yes,
then
yeah,
it was
with that
like
hot streak.
yeah,
He really just he's just there. Like
yeah,
I'm not
he's
gonna lie.
Okay.
more mischief than bad, you
Yeah.
know. All right, number 2. Static Shock was the first animated series to have an African American superhero as the titular character, premiering on Kids WB in September of 2000. The show didn't waste that platform. In one episode, Static meets a young homeless girl with ice powers living on the streets of Dakota and helps her reconnect with society through his local church. Static or
Static.
Cabot?
Static. Uh Jared, you got any?
No.
Y'all
My
don't want to
biggest
discuss
thing
this?
is was this the first black superhero? I'm trying to think of all the days
Yes.
in
Unless I don't consider Spawn a superhero, but Spawn had a series before.
1992.
Yes.
But Spawn is not a superhero.
He's a
Yeah.
vigilante.
Yeah,
He's
Spawn is.
like so if that's the only thing that could count. If we're not count Spawn, which I wouldn't, Static is 1000%.
And then we had the X-Men series before, but the
But
black folks wasn't the center characters in that.
but if you go even further back to Thundercats and you go to Panthro and Leolo, I'm just kidding.
Shut the hell up, Jerry. Shut
All
up.
right. All right, yeah. So I'll go with what Katie said.
Static.
That's
Static.
Static. All right, and that is correct. The episode was called Frozen Out, Season 2, Episode 5. The girl is Permafrost, a bang baby whose ice powers reflect her emotional isolation. One of the most heartbreaking episodes in the whole series.
Have either of y'all gone back to watch this series again on TV?
I haven't watched it in a minute.
Wait, in fact, where's that thing? I have it on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Shut
Well,
the front door. Got the
The first
whole
season.
thing on
I
DVD.
got there's like each season has a DVD. This is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it's on Tubi now.
yeah.
Okay,
I
man.
get it on Tubi.
That's what's up, man. Like I love Sadie, and like some of those episodes used to really hit home. Like I think the most the most emotional, heartbreaking episode was the one when they brought the gun to school and like Richie got shot.
That shit was crazy as fuck.
I was like, "Hey, yo!"
Yeah, I need to go
That
back
shit
and
was
rewatch it.
that shit was so crazy because they actually shot him. Like,
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Number 3. Y'all doing great so far. 2 for 2. Not all Bang Babies became villains. Static himself is a Bang Baby, and so is his friend Richie, who eventually becomes the hero Gear. Both of them are heroes. Another Bang Baby named Volt Drain can absorb electricity from any source around him, but loses control and blacks out the entire city every time he gets emotional.
Cap.
Yeah, is Richie a Bang Baby? Richie's not a Bang
No,
Baby.
no. In the show, Richie is a Bang Baby. He becomes Gear. That's 1000%. Well,
Let's be technical.
technically, how they explain it in the show is he's around Virgil for so much, so probably the juice that was on him kind of gets around him. So
yeah, he was around Virgil a lot right after the Big Bang.
So there's like so probably he got like kind of like affected by just being around. He got contact
Second
high.
hand.
Yeah,
Basically.
second hand. So
he's a second hand Bang Baby.
Yeah, he's a second hand Bang Baby, which I would say he's still a Bang Baby though.
Yeah,
I think that still counts. As far as he's just really smart. He's like super smart. He's super intelligent.
So yeah, which makes sense. Like which watching the show, I was like, this feels like a second hand power.
Yeah.
Like, it just like boosted something you already had and didn't give you anything new.
Yeah, he becomes super intelligent. But as far as Volt Drain, unless I am missing something, there is no guy who blacks out and loses control and blacks out the city if he loses like his emotions. There was a guy in the comics who could drain electricity or drain static powers. His name is Prometheus. But even then, he had control of his powers to a certain extent to where he wouldn't just black out. So I'm gonna say Cap.
But what about the guy who's in the comics now with Batman and Static? What's his name?
His name is in Volt Drain though.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll say Cap too.
He blacks out the city. His name was in Volt Drain though. But yeah, he doesn't, and he does lose control of his power if he's emotional. But like, I think he blacked out. He did black out cities, but I think he blacked out like the first time he was in control of his powers. But in statements you said every time.
I want to add a point of clarity. Blacks out the city does not black out themselves.
Oh, okay. His name was in Volt Train though.
Yeah.
Are we doing the research? This doesn't feel like
I have the comics. I haven't read them yet, so I have no idea.
All right, so no.
I'm gonna say Cap.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cap.
Okay. That is correct. It is Cap. Volt Drain does not exist anywhere in Static Shock, animated or comics. The description was designed to sound completely plausible given the show's style. I think what gave this away, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is that this show is called Static. He's the electric nigga. We ain't finna put another one in the fucking show that's doing the same shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way it is in the comics now is that he can counteract. He like a specific counteract to Static's powers. So I could see him being on the show.
Yeah.
Well, that guy in the Batman Beyond, whatever, he drains like all energy. So that's why, like in Batman Beyond, he couldn't use his suit because he would just drain all technology. So it's like he could drain everything. But
yeah. So like, in the comics, I feel like in the comics they have more leeway to do that kind of stuff. Like, oh, like this person has like a very similar power, and they're like the antithesis of like the main person. Yeah. I feel like on TV they try to like stay away from that because we're like they're usually trying to sell toys, and they don't want like, oh, now we split in the sales on the Static Shock action figures because we got this other electric person too, and folks want that and not Static.
They would still buy Static, and anyway, it's the same company selling both, so they still get money.
Who knows? All right, moving on to number 3. Well, number 4. Sorry, number 4.
Yeah.
Static Shock tackled racism, gun violence, homelessness, drug addiction, and dyslexia across its 4 seasons. Rare for a children's cartoon at the time. In one episode, Virgil goes to Richie's house for a sleepover and quietly discovers that Richie's dad is openly racist. Overhears a rant so bad that he just gets his stuff and goes home without saying a word. Is that Static or we capping it?
That's Static. That's like the most famous episode.
Mm-hmm.
Openly, I feel like openly, I think it is Static because he was super racist. He was
He
racist.
was. He was.
He was racist. It's just openly would be, I would say it's like he's going around. If he sees a black person, he's saying crazy shit. I feel like
He called. Yeah.
I feel like he waits till he gets home to be like, say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say Static though, because that all that happened, But Jared,
Yeah, I don't remember these episodes. I watched these episodes as a child. Have not gone back. I don't really remember it, but what I do remember is that Richie's dad was horrible, and questioned why Richie was even his friend. So yeah, I say Static.
I mean,
Rush is frank because you gotta break the generational curse.
yeah, man. Like they was both like the smart, like not super cool guys. They was like, got to stick together.
No, I mean like Richie's dad question. I wasn't questioning it. Richie's dad was questioning it.
Oh, because Richie dad was like, why the fuck you friends with a nigga? Like,
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And and he never told, and Richie never told his dad that Virgil was black.
Oh, because he
yeah,
knew his
That's why.
dad
yeah.
was racist.
I remember that.
Because because he gets in the house and he's like, and Richie's like, "Oh, I told you about my friend Virgil." He's like, "Not enough," because he didn't know.
Right, not enough. It's like, yo,
Right.
Virgil's like, what did I do? Yeah. All right. And that is correct, y'all. That is Static. The episode is called Sons of the Fathers, season 1, episode 8, widely considered the show's defining episode. Richie's father eventually confronts his own racism, but that moment of Virgil silently going home first is one of the most powerful scenes in the entire DCAU. Yeah, man, that's like some Static episodes used to really hit fucking home. Like I used to feel that shit. I used to be like, damn, like that's not fair, bro. Like he ain't do that.
That's
He
not
ain't do
fair,
nothing.
bro. He didn't even do nothing.
He ain't do nothing, man. Do y'all see this shit?
Do y'all see
Everybody else is walking around the house. Granny in the kitchen. She's like, I ain't watching that damn show. Like, Granny, you need to. You need to.
Yeah.
All right. Number five, y'all. The main villain of Static Shock is Ebon, a living shadow who can create portals out of pure darkness and leads a gang of bang babies called the Meta Breed. One of his most complicated recruits is Rubber Band Man, Ebon's own younger brother, whose body is made of shapeable rubber. Rubber Band Man starts as a villain, trying to reclaim credit for music stolen from him, but eventually reforms, becomes a superhero, and starts dating Static's sister.
Static.
Yeah.
Static.
Yeah.
Jared, you got anything?
That's what you feeling? You feeling ecstatic?
Ecstatic,
You remember this, Jared?
No, but I do remember the Rubber Band Man from the comics. I don't think I realized that they were brothers with Ebon. But I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember them being brothers. And that is Static. Rubber Band Man is voiced by Kadeem Hardison. His arc from villain to hero to older brother figure for Virgil is one of the best character journeys in the show. And yes, he really does end up dating Sharon Hawkins, which, I always I like Rubber Band Man because I feel like even in his villainy, it's like I'm just trying to right the wrongs that were done to me. Like I'm also a hero. I'm just a hero for myself.
Yeah, just like me.
I don't know, Jerry. You be talking villainy. You was just over there talking some kill the younglings. I don't know, Jerry.
Did I say that?
I'm paraphrasing.
I said I like children violence. I didn't say kill the younglings. But hey.
All right, number 6. Static crossed over with Batman, Superman, the Justice League, and even future versions of DC heroes, making him one of the most connected characters in the entire DC animated universe. In one episode, Static goes undercover as a corrupt record label after discovering the CEO hired a bang baby with mind control to force artists into signing bad contracts.
What's this got to do with him being a connected? What's this got to do with him being a connected superhero, though?
Yo, he got these connections.
A CEO hires a bang baby for mind control to sign bad deals.
He is connected. I don't think that's I think that's capping because he went
I think
undercover
that's Cap.
how? As an artist? I think that's cap.
Virgil could rap a little bit. I feel like in the show, or he like, he was like an amateur rapper. He, as the black kids are, let's just like freestyling on the steps.
In the cafeteria?
Yeah, freestyle in the cafeteria or something. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and bang the pencils. We finna make a
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think it's Cap too, but for some reason it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Like I think it's Cap though. I feel like I would just know it.
We gonna go with Cap. That's what we going with.
What did that have to
The
do with
way
him being a connected superhero? Though? That's what I'm
Jared,
saying.
stop asking
no,
questions. I'm asking the
the point
questions.
because he did no, it's Cap. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
mad.
cap.
I'm mad as hell if I get it wrong though. But I feel it sounds familiar, but I think it's Cap.
No, that's right. It is Cap. The episode does not exist. The corrupt record label plot feels totally at home in Static Shock. The show did tackle the music industry in the episode. They're playing my song with Rubber Band Man, but the mind control contracts that's invented. Because it was some truth. It was some lies in the truth. It was like
Crypto CEO was Rubber Band Man's episode. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Y'all killing this shit. Mostly it's you, KD. You holding down the scene right now.
I'm Static's #1 fan, man. Y'all should ask. I mean, I know I had this in the bag. Come on, man.
Hey, so far so good. 6 for 6. You got 3 more.
4 more.
Well, 4 more. 4 more. You right.
4 more.
Math. I don't do math no more, y'all. All right. Static Shock tackled gun violence in an episode. The director drew direct parallels to the Columbine massacre. It ends with Static breaking the fourth wall to read real gun violence statistics directly to the audience. Excuse me. In the episode, a bullied kid named Jimmy steals his dad's gun and brings it to a Halloween party at the community center. When things go wrong, the gun goes off and the stray bullet hits Richie in the leg.
1000%. It's Static. I don't remember this. I'm trying to see if there's any certain cap in the sentence. Like, I don't remember. I know it's a party. I don't remember if it's a Halloween party, but I think that's Static though. 1000. The whole episode.
What you think, Jared?
Yeah.
Static.
Okay. That is correct. Jimmy's season 2, episode 12. The episode won a Humanities Award for its portrayal of bullying. Richie says, after getting shot, it's not like on TV.
Yeah. That's also how Drake got shot on Degrassi. I'm just making that up. Why are you agreeing with me?
Wait, you said that's how, I thought you said that's how Jimmy got shot on Degrassi.
I said that's how Drake got shot on Degrassi.
Drake did get shot on Degrassi.
But in that exact same order, like at a Halloween party and
it was at it might have been like at their prom or something, but like it was some kind of like party or something going on at the school. I don't remember if it was Halloween. And the dude that shot him was named Ricky or Rick, and he shot him in the back.
Oh, they stealing ideas.
I mean, it's and why it always happened to the black kids? I don't know. Richie was white. Who knows? All right, number eight. Not every Bang Baby looked human after the explosion. Characters like Talon transformed into a half-bird creature, and Hot Streak became a fire-wielding brawler. All from the same gas at the same dock. Another Bang Baby named Tessera is a teenage girl whose body shattered into living shards of glass after the Big Bang, making her nearly invisible when she stands completely still.
Yeah.
I don't know that girl. Cap.
She don't go here? We capping it? That's right. Tessera does not exist. The glass shard power sounds exactly like a Static Shock villain.
No, it don't.
But this one was invented.
And Loki do.
Yeah, because there's a diamond girl.
There's a diamond girl.
Yeah. All right, last two, y'all. Ain't no way y'all can lose it at this point, so feel free to get them wrong.
Yeah.
But Static in Africa was the first time the show took Virgil completely outside of Dakota City on a family vacation to Ghana. Static teams up with Anansi the Spider, a Ghanaian hero who gets his powers from a mystical golden spider pendant and fights using illusions rooted in West African folklore. to stop a villain named Osebo from destroying the Lake Volta Dam and flooding the entire valley.
That's true. I'm Static.
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 Okay. That is correct. Static in Africa, season 3, episode 3. Anansi is based on the real West African trickster god from Ashanti mythology. Dwayne McDuffie wrote the episode and said it was fundamentally about stories and who gets to tell them.
Dwayne McDuffie. That's that name again.
McDuffie, yes, sir. All right, the last one, number 10. See if y'all can go 10 for 10.
Okay, here we
Static
go.
Shock ended after 4 seasons in 2004. Dwayne McDuffie said poor merchandise sales were one of the main reasons for cancellation, despite strong ratings. The show couldn't attract toy companies or licensors. That feels like it was a race thing going on there. In the actual series finale, Ebon and Hot Streak fight over the last vial of quantum vapor, trying to stage a second Big Bang. They accidentally inhale too much of the gas and fuse together into a two-headed monster with both their powers combined.
You said Ebon and who?
Ebon and Hot Streak.
Cap.
Cap?
The two-headed monster. Two-headed monster. I'm not gonna lie. It was crazy enough. I remember every episode. That last episode is a little fuzzy for some reason. Like every
it
episode.
is.
But I'm gonna say Cap because I don't remember no two-headed monster.
Okay.
I don't remember
I could be
anything.
1,000% wrong.
Cap.
This is another one of those, like, it feels familiar. Like
Yeah.
there's something there, something similar,
Yeah.
but yeah. All right, we're going with Cap. We sticking with it.
You want Cap?
All right. Actually, this is Static. The episode is called Power Outrage, the season 4 finale. The two-headed Ebon Hot Streak fusion monster is exactly as wild as it sounds. Static and Gear defeat them, but it's left ambiguous as to whether they survived. This I do remember the Ebon Hot Streak monster, and like they fighting like the flaming shadow monster type deal. Well, did he have two heads?
I remember the second Big Bang. I remember all of that, but the two-headed monster, I did not remember that.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know that it was like two heads at the same time. I think it was like one head would come out and then the other head would come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's how it happened, but I can't remember exactly. Oh, all right, man. The final score is 9 out of 10, y'all. That's hella fucking good. 90%.
That's not good enough. I gotta get better. I gotta get better.
You gotta go back to the studies. You gotta hit the.
I gotta go back to studies.
Watching the whole series again this weekend. This week.
Whole series.
Well, that is Static Shock is 52 episodes of greatness, and we all love Static Shock. But it does worry me because nowadays there's something going on with comic book creators, DC, and Black fans. There is something going on about this DC Blackout, and I'm worried, will I ever be able to enjoy DC again? So, Katie, can you tell our listeners a little bit about what the DC Blackout is all about?
The DC Blackout originally man, it's like blurry. Yeah, I'm sorry. But the DC Blackout originally, originally it was supposed to be fans, whoever wanted to join in with us, we would stop buying DC at a whole, go to our comic book stores, taking off all our pre-orders, because if people don't know, the pre-orders are what really count as sales to the companies. Is the comic store ordering them. I also work in a comic store, so yeah. How many comics we order from the distributor, which is Lunar Distribution, they distribute the DC comics, is what DC counts as actual sales towards the book, and and how the creative team is paid. So take off all our pre-orders, everything like that, until DC announced a black book with a black creative team, and we wanted to release one with an ongoing series and give it proper marketing alongside its white counterparts. And until we got that, we would not buy another DC book. Now, that will I've changed my stance on that from saying I would only buy black books and books from black creators. at DC until a book was announced. At DC, a Black book, which we're getting very soon actually. There has been some slight controversy. I found stuff behind the scenes, some slight stuff, but as for going forward, Stephanie Williams probably has an announcement coming soon with probably a black book, which we most likely believe is the Vixen book that we've been waiting on, and some more stuff like that. Scott Snyder has teased some stuff. BJ Kicks, who's another YouTuber comic person who I really respect, he announced his stuff on the DC Blackout and how he knew some black books were coming out. So it won't be long. Like it so I and once again I didn't want to leave any black people out to dry. So I said I would only buy like black books with black characters and from black creators at DC until a book was announced.
Okay, dope. So I was in line with the movement without even knowing, because I was only getting the Static and Batman book.
Yeah.
Damn, I did not know that. I mean, did this just come about because like there were no like black books for a while, or?
So how this originally came out, so there's this movie called DC So White. This was the first stage of it, where we're just bringing awareness to it, where they haven't announced a ongoing Black DC book, which people say Absolute Green Lantern, which we can get to that in a little second, but ongoing Black DC book in main continuity, which is like a Black Lightning, a Vixen, or whatever, since the last Black Batman, or the Batman that was Black, Jace Fox, which came out in 2018. No, not 18, 23. I'm sorry, 23. It's been like 3 years since like a ongoing Black book has been announced. Now, usually when they announce a Black book, it's usually just a mini series, and they don't allow it to go on past the mini series. And a lot of people just be like, "What about sales? What about sales? What about sales?" And I don't know if you've seen a lot of the newer series that are coming out that are all planned to be ongoing series. So we have stuff like Firestorm got a book, which is really good, which I've read. Like when the first issue that came out, first 2 issues. A character like Jonah Hex. Now I like Jonah Hex, but the average person doesn't know who the hell Jonah Hex is. White Confederate soldier. He's a cool. He's a solid complex character. But why is he getting a book before? Only book before Vixen, who's never had an ongoing book ever. Vixen's only book she's had for herself was the Vixen was Lion something. I forget. It was a 5-issue miniseries though. And that's it. She's never really been at the forefront of something, a Black woman who's been around since like the 80s, who first appeared in Action Comics. I have her first appearance. She's pretty. I love Vixen. She's great. Black Lightning, who is a staple, the first Black DC superhero to have his own series at DC since 1977. His 50th anniversary is coming up, like next year. But he has barely had any series really at all. Stuff like that. And when series do get announced, like Mr. Terrific or stuff like that, they aren't marketed as well. People don't know about them until probably the week before it drops, and then at that point, it's too late to pre-order.
Right.
The things that count as actual sales, they're not. So people be like, so then DC can be like, well, we didn't sell it that much. You didn't give it a chance. When you pre-order a book, it lets them know how much to print out, and then once again that translates to sales. The DC Dakotaverse book that came out, which was like basically reintroducing the milestone characters, which is Static, Hardware, Icon, all those characters into the DC universe, reintegrating them. When that book was being announced, DC didn't say shit about the book. Okay, the only people who were talking about the book was me and a lot of other Black comic creators, YouTubers, comic talkers, comic Instagrammers. The people who were involved in that book, the writers, the artists, were talking every day about that book. One of the writers, Joseph Illich, made a trailer himself for that book.
Shut up.
And this is and one of the characters is Static. He is arguably the biggest. I would say the biggest, but I'm a little biased. The biggest Black DC character ever, like for DC. So like, why are we not trying to highlight this book where he's like being reintegrated into DC? They didn't say shit about that book until it sold out because he pushed for it so hard, and then they finally said something on their like social media pages. So then it's like, and also when that book was coming out, a week prior to it being released, like in stores, it got leaked on the DC app a week early. So which is so
wow.
So people were
so it was released. It wasn't leaked.
No, it was leaked. It was leaked because then they took it off like couple hours later. But then at that point, when it got leaked on there, it got onto Recomics Online and all the websites. So then it was already a week early. So then that could deter people from like going to the shop to pick it up. So, and then we're like, well, what the hell is going on, DC? So then, but then we pushed forward. I bought all the copies. We poured it. We got sold out. Got to push to second printing. You know what I'm saying? This is the power of the Black Dollar. This is the power of the people coming together to support the characters that we know and love. So just seeing all that and the frustration from at least, especially that moment right there from DC with the Dakota incident and stuff like that, people are like, yo, this is just kind of crazy. And then Static, he has been announced to be on the new Titans, which is a book. He's coming out for issue 38, I think. He'll be on the Titans team coming forward. So I'll probably be buying a lot of issues just so we can see Static. They said they have plans for him, so he's probably gonna get an ongoing series. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? So,
I hope they give him a decent run because like his last ongoing series, they cut that shit off so fucking quick.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like people like Static. People want Static. That is off tops, off rips. The main reason I was participating in the Blackout and stuff like that was mainly because people say you're just doing all this for fictional characters. I think it's more of the principle of the idea. I want when black characters are announced to be on the same level as to be marketed as well as the white counterparts.
Absolutely.
So because more likely they will have a black creative team on there, and the black creative team on there, and then people know about the book, they'll pick it up, they'll try it, which can put more money into black people's pockets, the creators and themselves, and give more notoriety, and more fame to the black character that they're writing. Because people always say when I made these videos, they're like, just go make your own, right? And I do support a lot of black indie books, a lot of black. I buy a lot of black books, okay. But it's the fact of the matter is, the top two companies are Marvel and DC. That's what the matter is. Us asking for change shouldn't be that crazy. Like it just shouldn't. Yeah. So like our kids, our children, our nephews, our nieces, all they will most likely see a DC or a Marvel character before they see any of our indie characters that we create. That is a fact. With the DCU and the stuff coming out, Miss Terrific was a breakout character in the Superman movie. That was cool, and it's cool for black kids to see a smart, intelligent, super smart black man being right there along. Superman needs his help. He has to ask Mr. Terrific. That's some cool shit to see, And that's all I'm asking, because this will translate to the media of shows and movies and stuff like that, which will be the which will go to other black people, our children, and stuff like that. Because I grew up watching Superman animated series, Batman animated series. Love these shows. Don't get me wrong. But in those shows, the only time I really see a black guy is when he's shooting at the person. I'm supposed to be rooting at. That's just kind of, it's just I'm just
fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why we did this whole thing and stuff like that, and that's why I feel like the movement was important. But we are getting those black books soon. We are.
No. Yeah, I just hope so. I hope it's not one of those. I hope it's not a fake out. I hope it's not. Oh, we're gonna announce these black books. Oh, when it's time for release. Oh, we're gonna push it back. Oh, we're gonna push it back. Looks like y'all forgot about it. We pulling the whole thing.
Yeah. I do believe. I believe, because also another thing that goes into it is that black books don't sell. But like I said, is when they're announced, they're not marketed as well, and when they do get put in the pages of the books, it's like a week or two before when the final order cutoff date is already passed. So then people are like, so then the sales won't be as big, and then the DC can be like, see, we tried it, shit doesn't sell, right? And then also another thing I can say on there, which is another thing I think I made, is the oversaturation of white people in media, which is white has become, when you're growing up, because is majority white country, especially in America, that white can be.
it ain't. America's not majority white.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in terms of like TV.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, gotcha.
Like TV, movies, and stuff like that. You'll see majority white like people on TV. So it's become like the default.
Yeah,
it's defaultly what you see. So especially for white people. So when shows like Friends, The Office, Friends ripped off Living Single. That's a fact. We don't have to argue that. But if you try to tell them like, hey, you should watch Martin. Like, what is it? What is it about? Like a sitcom, Martin? They'll be like, ah. So like white humor and stuff like that is like, it's more accessible to us than them trying to get into Martin. Not saying that they can't or that they won't. It's just that they're more like it's something different to them.
Yeah, but and I think that goes a lot deeper, because like that is a factor of like black people always having to assimilate and to learn white culture
Yes.
in order to survive. In order
Yes.
to like move through the world, we have to learn what whiteness is and what moves white people. They don't have to learn.
Yes.
They don't have to learn what blackness is. They don't have to
Yes.
learn what moves.
Like jokes,
Right,
like the one that's been like going around on TikTok from like hearing the saxophones, right?
right.
None of them people could tell me what movie that is from.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. None of them that's from Boys in the Hood. But once again, though, they didn't have to learn it. It's a trend.
Yeah.
So it's a trend for them, but they don't know where it comes from, where it derives. Because they don't have to. They don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm saying all that to say, so when a black book does come out or a black show or movie or something like that, there are it is the rule that it won't be uh tried or like, I guess experienced as much from white people
Mm-hmm.
as much as other. There are exceptions to this rule. Sinners, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, everybody loves Fresh Prince
Mm-hmm.
of Bel Air. That's just like that's mainstream. Other shows like Martin, Living Single, mostly only black people watch those.
Mm-hmm.
Shows like movies like Sinners, Black Panther, which I think is from the help of just being in the Marvel movie and just in general.
Yeah.
Uh, but like black movies just like this, and honestly, also Sinners because Ryan Coogler did Black Panther. It had Ryan Coogler's name attached to it. People were
Right.
like, let me go watch it because it's Ryan Coogler.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an exception to the rule with some like little caveats. So it'll
Yeah.
make people go watch it more and then be like, actually, this shit's actually kind of good. Sinners doesn't have a single white person in it, really. Besides like I guess the villain.
Yeah.
And there's no white savior in it either.
Yeah. And I think white people enjoy seeing a white person hassle black people. Like if
Yes.
it's a black movie and the villain is white, they're like, yeah, I want to see this white person like fuck these niggas up for a while. I could watch that
Mm-hmm.
for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. So
Uh,
so that's it, and I think that there's more. I'll have to read more about it. There's a book on the get. It's called like it's called about I think it's called Black Media or Black People in the White Man's Mind or something like that. It
mhm,
talks about how black people are portrayed in the media, and also black stereotypes get pushed in the media more than anything. The negative
mhm.
stereotypes more than anything
Oh,
than the
absolutely.
positive. And this can all form people's opinion about wanting to try other black things or just interacting with black people in black media in general. Um, and having these conversations, which and I think all of this translate to comic books and people wanting to pick up a book featuring a black character or in a black
Mhm,
creative team because most people can be like in a Milestone documentary with Milestone Comics back in the day, they said especially towards the middle and end of their run, they were trying to release this big poster of all the Milestone characters by Bill Sienkiewicz, which is a huge comic book creator artist, especially at that time.
Mhm.
Fire art, you can look it up later. The Bill Sienkiewicz poster of Milestone characters, fire. Okay,
mhm, mhm.
and they try to get that like it was a poster that goes up in comic book stores, right? So they could like put it up and be like, hey, yo, we sell these comic books here. And a lot of comic book stores wasn't putting it up because
Mm.
in most people's mind, if you say you're pro-black, you're anti something else,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
fucking crazy.
yeah.
Which is I don't know how that becomes something like that. But it's like yo, milestone characters. These are characters not just for black people or Hispanic people, Asian people, whatever. It's not.
Mhm.
We're not trying to push out white people. We're welcoming you to try it out. We're just showing other characters. But just because you're saying we're centering black characters, Asian characters, LGBTQ characters, and stuff like that, you think that we're saying fuck white people, which is not at all what we're saying. And I think, um, which is also another problem in of itself.
Yeah, and I
That
think
I
that they know that they just want to have something to argue and to make a point in a situation where they are pointless. But let me just
mm,
ask you, with and you said we were coming back to this with DC Blackout, there have been some black comics. I know that Static
mm,
has been not ongoing. They keep stopping his comic, but at least he gets runs every now and then. Like he has not stopped getting runs. You have John Stewart, you have Nubia, you have um, Steel with Absolutes, and Steel had another comic out recently. So they do give black people uh, comic runs, but so like what is the difference between ongoing and just a run. Oh, and Mr. Terrific. So what's the difference between ongoing and just a run with this DC Blackout?
Okay. Before I get into that, I'm just a point with the whole static thing about always having runs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember, Static Season 1 came out, and then it had Static Shadows of Dakota, which is the series that followed after,
Mm-hmm.
which was more heavily written by Nicholas Draper Ivy, also written by Vita Ayala. Nicholas Draper Ivy also did the art
Love
on it.
her.
Yes, they're great. Now, originally, that series was supposed to be 12 issues. Okay.
Wow.
And you can look back and you can go to Nicholas Draper Ivy's tweets. He's tweeted this before. I talked to him too. I went visit. I learned this out when the book was coming out. I was visiting him at New York Comic Con in 2023. But he also tweeted about this, so we can go back and look at the tweets. I can probably look them up. But it was supposed to be 12 issues. Then they talked him down to 8. Then he was like, okay, maybe we can do 8. Then they talked him down to 6. And then he had to fight like hell just to get to 7 issues. But it was originally supposed to be 12.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. There's some other shit. There was also some shit going background. But to get that to the side, we'll go into, and also with me saying Stag's gonna be on Titans. There's a editor by the name of Mark E. Draper who is always pushing for more representation. And if he wasn't there pushing for more representation, like Stag probably wouldn't be on Titans to probably go to this new run and stuff like that. But regardless, we'll get past all that to answer your question of what's the difference between a mini and an ongoing series, or just a run. Sorry. Okay. Mini series, once again, it's 6 issues, one and done. Not saying that those aren't good and those aren't great. Like the Mr. Terrific Year 1 was a good mini series.
Very good.
It was very good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Highly recommend if y'all haven't read it. An ongoing series though, it's just like, why wouldn't they give an ongoing series? Something that's always going on month to month to month to month.
Yeah. Like Spider-Man is an ongoing series. Like there's X-Men is an ongoing series. Like there's always an X-Men book. There's always a Spider-Man book. There's always a Batman book. There's always a Superman book. Those are ongoing series.
Something that goes for at least past 8 issues or 12 issues. 12 issues. Because I think so someone can go back and, like, for example, when they put like Black Lightning in the show, or like what's it called, Mr. Terrific in a movie, people be like, you know what, I want to read Mr. Terrific now. What are they gonna read? Like they can, Black Lightning has the most probably of anybody DC character next to Static at DC. Mr. Terrific has the New 52, which is 8 issues. That one wasn't that good. I'll agree with that one. I don't really care for that one. Mr. Terrific Year 1, he's in the J Side by Jeff Johns, which is a great run. I love that run as a side character. But as far as being the front man, being their own character in their own book, I just believe we should have that. We should just have a Black character as an ongoing.
Yeah.
The difference is it's just longer. That's,
So do I. Now, another thing you said was about the advertising, the marketing of these books. Now, I've seen Murewa. He has also been pretty consistent with his Storm book, lasting beyond the last X-Men upheaval, and he has lasted all throughout Krakoa, and he is lasting now with his Storm book. But I have noticed that even he makes his own commercials to advertise for his book. So I don't think that Marvel or DC does a lot of advertisement unless it's like a Tom King or a big name like that. So I don't think that is necessarily fair to say, oh, they just don't advertise the Black books.
So I wanna mention something real quick before you get into the answer, KD, because we've talked to Murewa about his ongoing Storm book, and he's told us that it's not so much like, yes, it's ongoing, but every 5 issues he has to like prove himself.
Yeah.
Like, he gets approved for 5 issues. Those sell well. He gets approved for 5 more. He gets those sell well. He gets approved for 5 more. So it's a constant. They're basically giving him like a constant series of miniseries, as opposed to like, hey, you got this ongoing book. You're gonna get 40 issues. You're gonna get, you're gonna get the year, so you can relax. You can like write a full story. It's like, no, I have to tackle a story in these 5 issues and make it pop. It's sort of like how they did Legend of Korra, where they like, oh, y'all only getting one season, y'all only getting one season, y'all only getting one season, and so they couldn't really make a full connected story.
They should have, but that's another thing.
So yeah, with Marvel has a different problem entirely. They don't let shit run. Like once again, I feel like every character, but like I feel like they just have a bunch of minis. Like unless you're Spider-Man, probably that's it actually. Like Spider-Man has a miniseries called Brand New Day, and Dan Slott, who is a acclaimed Spider-Man writer, was begging people like, "Yo, pick up this book, pick up this book." He's begging people to pick up a Spider-Man book. He's like, "Pick up this book, pre-order." He's begging people to pre-order a Spider-Man book. I feel like, but Marvel has a bunch of miniseries. Like there's another series going right now, like with Moon Knight by Jed McKay, it went for 30 issues from 2019 something. Then they stopped. Then they did the Adventures of Moon Knight, which is 8 issues. Stopped. Then they did started with #1 again for what's it called? Moon Knight Kisakanchu, 15 issues. Stopped, and we're at Mark Spector Moon Knight now, which is on issue 5, I think issue 6.
Wow.
They're doing a bunch of minis for like a bunch of stuff. They be canceling stuff for it can even get out sometimes. Like Imperial Guardians, which was a book by Dan Abnett, which was spanning out of the Imperial event by Jonathan Hickman. Really all those Imperial books that spun out of those, Planet She-Hulk, Black Panther Intergalactic, but Imperial Guardians specifically, I think that's like issue 1 or 2, and they're like, yeah, cancel. Inglorious X-Force, I guess like issue 2 cancel.
Inglorious was canceled?
Inglorious X-Force? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it got canceled.
Oh no.
But I think on issue 6 now. They probably have more, but I feel like Marvel, one thing, they got Disney money, so they're probably expecting more money than I feel like DC, I feel like it's more creative first, and Marvel is more corporate first. That's what I think. I think they're just like, we're not. These numbers aren't hitting. This. Yeah. Cancel this shit. They don't let shit like go on.
Yeah, they don't let it marinate. It's like it barely got a chance to prove itself.
Yeah, I think DC lets stuff marinate more. It just so happens I don't think they extend that same thing to
the Black books. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
Like we said with Morewa, he has proof sets every 5 issues. But the thing about that is, I think outside of the Amazing Spider-Man title and probably like a couple others, I feel like every single person's doing that. And also, Miles Morales Spider-Man. But then once again, he has this movies out. He's popping. Like no one's popping like the Spider-Man characters are. So I feel like if you're outside the Spider-Man characters and maybe like X-Men, the main X-Men titles, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, I feel like they're canceling everything 5 issues. I feel like they've had more minis in the last 2 years than ever, and probably the 5 years prior to that. Like everything got minis. You know, Black people on DC, many. Batgirl, Cassandra Cain got a book right now, ongoing. Birds of Prey ended, I think, of course, towards the end of last year. Batman, Superman, they don't have books forever, as long as you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Batman
got an ongoing, which is Green Lantern got an ongoing book, which is now Hal Jordan stepped down. Now it's Kyle Rayner that's taking over. Green Lantern Corps, which has Morgan Hampton, a Black writer, and John Stewart is kind of the face of that book. But it's still like a team book. But that's an ongoing though. There's more on top of my head. I think all the absolutes is going on, but I believe that we should have a Vixen, a Black Lightning. We're not asking for it. And once again, a lot of people, especially white people, will be in my conversation. They think I'm asking for every book to be black. That's not what I'm asking for. Okay, I think we should give a Black Lightning, a Vixen book. Give them a nice rollout. You know, hey, if it don't sell, it don't sell.
Yeah.
Then tell me to shut up. I believe Marvel doesn't let anything marinate. I think DC lets stuff marinate. I think if they let it marinate for a little second, they'd be like, oh, you know what?
And also you gotta give it the proper marketing though. Give it the marketing you give these, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say give it the marketing you give like a Superman or a Spider-Man or something like that. But just like give it some decent marketing. Give it the same marketing that you give like I don't know, like a Teen Titans East or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Teen Titans. That is going to be in Teen Titans, and he is going to be on the Teen Titans B Squad. Can you just explain this team that he's on? Does he have a Robin in it?
Well, this is the Titans, which is like the grown-ups. This is Nightwing on here now.
Nightwing's on it.
Nightwing's on it. Yeah, Nightwing is, you know what I'm saying? Now, I do believe I did have this thing was like spinning out of the Dakota incident. I believe he should have been straight to have his ongoing. But I guess this is a way for people to introduce him because I really don't believe Titans was really selling like that. Because once again, we don't know what sales are like. We can know what's selling better than others, but we don't have a number that we can point to, probably by design. So like when someone tell me like a black book's not selling well, what's well? 10,000, 20,000, 30,000? We don't know, you know? But regardless of that though, on the Titans team, there's Nightwing, there's Kid Devil, there's Yara Floor Wonder Woman, which is like the woman from the Amazon Forest, I think. Orphan, which is Stephanie Brown. Not Stephanie Brown. Yeah, Stephanie Brown.
Cyborg, Superboy,
Cyborg, and Superboy.
Tara,
Superman. That's Superman.
John.
Clark Kent's son. That's Superman. Yeah, John. Yeah, John. But yeah, that's a solid team.
No,
cool
I'm
team.
looking at it now. Tara is in it, and this new Asian.
Yeah, Tara's gonna be joining back. Yeah, that's a new character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new character they just introduced.
So yeah, the B Squad.
How many people are on this team?
It's like 8 or 10. That's like
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nah, that's a big ass team.
Yeah,
that's a big team. Like I said, Stag will probably gonna be for a little second, then do his own thing. Like I said, I think he should just went straight to have his own ongoing. Him being Titans, I think this would be cool. For him to, I guess, be in DC Universe and interact with other people. I'm, anything static I like, regardless of it. Like I just like anything static related. I think he should be doing his own thing though. But we'll see. Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic about it.
My thing is, I don't want to see this. This doesn't even look like they're trying. They look like they're trying to placate somebody. This new Titans team. It doesn't look like it's gonna last. I also don't want to see comics that are inserting black people. Like I really don't want to see a Vixen, even though I believe in Stephanie Williams. I don't want to see a Vixen if it is not going to be given the grandeur that a Tom King novel would have, because I think it's going to be more of the same. I think that a Bloodwind comic, which would be he is a sorcerer who was enslaved and he had to kill his slave masters. That would be amazing. An amazing story to see how he is adapting to life nowadays. But I would love to see Static, Vixen, Cyborg, Icon, even in the Absolute universe. Give them something completely different where I know going in is going to be a more hard-hitting adult story and is giving this branding, which is automatic marketing, is automatic. Okay, everybody's looking at this instead of Static in Titans or just a random new Vixen comic, because this is Atonic's third comic in like a year. This is Catwoman is still going strong. Nobody knows what she's doing. Somehow, Poison Ivy is the mayor of Gotham City. Nobody knows how that's happening in her comic that has been ongoing for 7 years. It's so like I'm sure I used to read it, but it's so much of the same. I don't want to. I just don't want more of the same. I want something completely different, like what they're doing in Deadman now. I want something completely different, and something that's going to be hard hitting and long lasting for these characters that we love.
My rebuttal to this is, especially with the character of Static, we have not really seen him do much in the DC universe. So technically, anything in ongoing or this absolute would be new.
New for him, but for somebody who has been reading comics for over 15 years, it's not new for me. I don't want to see him go through something that I've seen every other teen or college age superhero go through again.
And why wouldn't it be the same in Absolute though?
I think it would be different. I think it would be different because like Virgil is black, man. Like yeah, we seen
he got a whole new sauce.
Yeah, like yeah, we seen Nightwing go through some bullshit. Yeah, we seen fucking
You
Red Robin, Arsenal.
yeah.
We seen them go through their little teenage angst and shit, and how they navigate relationships and whatnot. I think it will be completely different, and I think what will really make the difference is if they have like black people somewhere on the creative team.
Yes.
It ain't got to be the right. I hope it's the writer, but it could be the editor. It could be what I'm saying, the colorist. Somebody black got to be there. They can be like, hey, look, black love don't look like that. It would look more like this. Oh,
Yeah.
like when black people do this, like it looks more
Mhm.
like this. It doesn't look like that. It's like so we can like really connect with it the way
I
we
feel like
connected with that Static Show.
no, 1000%. And with what you're saying, like him being in college age, you've seen everything do this. Spider-Man do this. You've seen blah 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 do this, right? Correct. And this is your bone. I think with Static, once again, Static being like having a black character, this adds a whole new nuance to things. And
Mm-hmm.
also, if you read the Dakota Incident, if you haven't, where we leave off is he's been away from superhero for a while. Why? Because Lex Luthor and the government told him he couldn't. They made him sign something and they pushed him out. How is he going to be dealing with coming back? Will there be repercussions? Will there be how does he feel towards the government now? And I feel like with the Dakota incident and the government suppressing them trying to do actual good for their community through superheroing, I feel like this is something that's kind of relevant to today, or something that's kind of relevant to what we can bring, and that's in main continuity. Now, once again, I think if they do a Static series, they would have to get someone from that writer team from the Dakota incident that was kind of pushing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see a white writer on it. No respect to white writers. But I for black characters, I always believe 1000%. Matter of fact, there's this discourse. I'm looking. I'm going a little bit off tangent.
Go ahead.
But there's a discourse on Twitter where there's this guy I follow on Twitter, and he said some shit that low key for a second I was like, I gotta unfollow this dude. But I was like, maybe I got to. And he was like, sometimes as black comic book fans, we have to accept. I gotta maybe find the tweet. I think I tweet bookmarked. Sometimes as black comic fans, we gotta accept that a lot of times, uh, white writers write black characters better than black people, right? And this dude was black, by the way.
Hold up.
This, and he was like, I gotta find this tweet, and I was like,
I don't know about that, bro.
in terms of like, no, I just can't. I couldn't even say what you're talking about. But story, we could say, nah, I can't even say that, bro. That's just crazy.
Yeah, like there's no
No,
standing.
yeah.
There's no proof points to this statement.
No, there are. There are. There was
To what?
a white writer who wrote the thing where, what is his name? The Captain America analog who was uh took through the Patriot, the
Mm-hmm.
first Patriot who was took
Yeah,
through the prison system, and he was a
yeah.
soldier, and he was given the super serum
Mhm,
soldier. That story was by black a white writer. Of
mhm,
course, we know that Stan Lee or somebody from the old people, another white writer, wrote
mhm.
Black Panther. We know a white
Mm-hmm.
writer brought us Miles Morales. We know a white writer did that. So, in terms of
But
white writers can write them better than black people, absolutely not. But in
okay,
terms
that's
of
what I'm
we
Okay,
have
saying.
to,
that's why I was like, where the hell are you going?
Yeah,
But
like
yeah,
right, like I'm like he's like, hold on, like what the fuck you mean? Hold up,
oh,
Jared. Like
absolutely
yes, yeah,
not.
so a lot of
okay,
white writers have created black characters. Sure.
and they've written some well. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that white people can't. There's some they can't write black characters well. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
But this dude, and I found the tweet. I found.
Okay.
I bookmarked it. Well, another thing he was saying, another thing he add on that was a problem with black writers in modern comics is that whenever they write black characters, they always make them mouthpieces for real life politics. Now, I'm
Mm.
not saying that this is bad, but they forget that superhero comics are allowed to be fun and not take themselves seriously. Now, that's stupid, I feel like. But the original tweet was a hard pill to swallow is that some white writers were and probably still are better at writing black characters within the big two. So like Marvel and DC.
Mm, I don't think that's true. I think what is truer is that most of the black characters we see are written by white men in the big two, and so we don't have a lot of comparison points. We don't have a lot of
Yes,
a lot of data.
yes, yes. Let's put back on that. I didn't come on because I was like, I'm getting a little mad. But
Can't do
I was
that.
like, yeah, I was like, my pushback on this is like, one, the plethora of white writers compared to black writers dwarfs black writers. So
hmm
it's like, what are we even really comparing? So let's say 30, like out of 60 white writers, 30 do good, 30 do bad. Let's say out of 4 black writers, let's say three, two are good, two are bad. Because it's like, what are we even comparing here? This
hmm
isn't even a good like experiment we can make. This like the numbers aren't even comparable
Mm-mm.
for to amount of writing. And so, and then let alone black women, black women just started writing within the last decade, or at least at
Mhm.
big two for bigger stories and stuff like that. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, what? We can't even really compare these two. Okay,
Yeah,
I feel like that's a very ignorant statement to make.
yeah. And
I'm
my
like,
standpoint is like, sorry, I ain't mean to cut you off.
no, go ahead, no, go ahead.
My standpoint is like,
Uh,
no one can write a character better than someone who reflects that character. I don't think
mhm,
I can write a white man better than
mhm,
a true blue white born man. I don't think
yeah,
I can write a black woman better than a black woman can. Like as
mhm,
close as I am to black women, as close as as much as I've seen in that experience, I'm
yeah,
just not gonna be able to do it because that's not my lived experience. And at some point, my
mhm,
own bias, my own thoughts, my own perception is going to come into it.
mhm. Like, well, once again, like I think you can do it well. Like I think
Yeah,
there's some that we can do it really well. Like
yeah.
or like so, but as far as but like the just the intricacies of one how we talk, the slang, maybe how they move,
hmm
like you can't. That's a culture thing.
And
But once
that's
again, yeah, go ahead.
now, that's something that I notice a lot with when I like the way like if I'm reading a comic and there's a black character, the way they talk, I can immediately tell I'm like, oh, a white man wrote this
Yes, that's what
because
I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't
Like
talk like this.
you can either tell when a black dude writes a black character, or at least a white person who's been around black people.
hmm
Like it might not. You can tell maybe. So it's like one that I think is good is Green Lantern War Journal by Philip Kennedy
hmm
Johnson.
hmm
Philip Kennedy Johnson is one of my favorite writers, just in
Mhm.
the period.
hmm
Writing this, I was like, this is actually pretty good. I was like,
Yeah.
this is actually
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, like it's like once again, it's no like Wayne McDuffie, Christopher Priest.
hmm
I guess terms of like writing a black man or something like that. I thought that this was actually really good. There's some once again, I don't know if I've ever read, which is probably my most hated comic of all time. What if Miles Morales was Thor? Which I think which is my least probably my least favorite comic of all time. Which
Was
it's
that
the
written
crazy
by
it's the most
black
scary.
people or?
No, it was made by like he's like I think he's Latino.
Mm.
With
That makes sense.
yeah, and yeah. But I was like, what if Miles Morales Thor? I was like, he wrote this, sent it to the artist, they read it, sent it to the editor, they read it, and this got pushed out to the public.
Hmm.
It was the most
Yeah.
stereotypical. I remember reading that, bro. I was laughing out loud. I was like, "There's no way this is real."
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way this is real."
Yeah.
And because I read it like way after the fact when it came out, 'cause I heard it had backlash. But I was like, "Bro, the narrator's rapping." I was
Yeah.
like,
It was
"This dude
horrible.
has Jordans on." I said, "This dude has Jordans on. The Jordans are hanging. Why do they have telephone lines in Asgard?"
It was like
Okay, I'm
everybody's
like,
stereotype.
in
Um,
one they have. I'm like, bro. I'm like, this is literally. I was like, this. I was like, this is crazy. I'm
hmm
sorry. We got way off point. Get back to the original point. We're gonna say Jared though. You gonna say something?
I would like to say I misspoke. Robert Morales, he is the writer of Truth, Red, White, and
Red
Black
White.
that introduced Isaac Bradley, and he was of Afro Puerto Rican descent. But what I
Mm.
was trying to say is that I I I I definitely do not want what I was trying to say 7 hours
Yeah.
ago.
Oh
I
yeah,
definitely do
yeah.
not want these characters that I love to be in the same story that they've been in for years. That's why I'm like introduce them into the absolute universe, which does not have a black person uh, running it, or I mean a black title character,
Writer.
and it is going to be completely different from the flora,
hmm
and I think that everything in the absolute universe. Like nothing's bad yet. And I definitely do not
Mhm,
think that the first black story there in absolute would be bad as well. So I'm saying give it that leg up first. Or or
hmm
or, or,
mhm,
or let's push for that leg up instead of saying, oh, just give me a Vixen story, just give me this story or another John Stewart or a Steele story. No, give them the same stepping stones, the same ladder that these white characters get, instead of saying you can just swim down here with the fishes. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
No, I can understand. Once again, though, like you're saying now with the fishes, the ongoing. There's a lot of good DC ongoing book stuff that's
There
actually selling
is,
pretty well.
there is,
That's it.
um, there is.
So, and I think with the Absolute universe being so good, it has turned more eyes to just DC books in general. Whether that be ongoing. Now it's Superman. There's still like 30,000 Batman books, Batman related, but there's Superman. They have Firestorm going on. They got Deathstroke book, which once again, a lot of people having books. Batwoman, and are releasing new lines of books. So and people are reading them, and they're going, and they plan to be ongoings. A lot of them are, anyways. Deadman, like you said earlier.
Yeah, I did like that first issue.
Is
Did you read it?
Mhm. Go ahead. We can say
Oh, I said, did you read the first issue?
Deadman. I think I read like the first page because I was at the comic store. I put the comics in the system, so sometimes I read them. I got to the first page and someone asked me to do something, and then I just haven't got back to it.
Left it alone. Yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna say, is Firestorm still the black kid and the white kid, and when they come together, they become Firestorm?
Child, he everything now.
No, in this guy. So originally, it's white guy, Ronnie Raymond and Martin Stein, professor. That's what they're going with here, which is the white dude and the professor. So yeah. Now prior, I think the last run he had, or the last time he was really doing something, he was black.
He was black.
But
But now, no, he's not black in the thing. He is white in the thing, but they're totally revamping the whole story. Apparently now, the scientist was a part of the government, and he was using the Firestorm to control other heroes, who is now killing them all. And you had to have him in there because he was the control aspect. And now that he is loose on the world, it's not a good thing. Oh, and he set the explosion that merged the two. So he's all bad. They're totally revamping that story.
Okay.
But yes, KD, is there anything that we did not say about DC Blackout or even Static Shock before we move on to our final segments?
Not that
anything that you want to say?
I could talk about Static for like 3 hours straight, so we should move on.
Now talk about. Now we gotta just mention this one. We had a episode on here, year one. And I'm gonna make this quick. Let's see if we can make this pretty quick. But year one, we had an episode that was why is Batman racist or something like that. And we went on.
Or Batman is a racist.
Yeah, Batman is a racist. I said it, and I said it, and we went on for hours talking about all the different things that Batman has done. And I mentioned this to you, and I mentioned one thing in particular that really got your goat. That was Signal. That was Signal. About how Batman treated this black young child in Gotham. Didn't have to do nothing, but this young, smart, intelligent, precocious kid wanted to be a Robin. He strives to be a Robin. He passed all the tests to be a Robin. Then at the very end, Batman said, "No, black kid, you will never be one of my Robins, ever. You are banished to the daytime, where you will live out forever as a, let me think of a name right quick off the top of my, Signal. Signal what your name will be. Now go forth,
Why is that not fire? Why is that not? Well, first of all, a lot of liberty was said with that paraphrase. But why is that not fire, though? Now, listen, if he became another Robin, we could say, why is he another Robin? He gave him his own title, his own hero name, and he protects Gotham during the day. No other heroes out during the day in Gotham. No other hero.
Is there a lot of crime during the day in Gotham? You know what I'm saying?
There's crime every day in Gotham. It's crime. It's the
Like
most crime
every day, sure, but is it at night or is it during the day? Like,
I'm sure
it's both. It's probably at peak time during the night, but there's also crime during the day. It's the most. It's the number one crime infested city. You don't think there's no crime during the day? You don't think no criminal was like, yo, Batman's always at night. Let's go do some shit during the day.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like it's like, you know, like cops do shift changes at like 5 a.m. for a reason. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause ain't nobody doing shit out there.
Yeah.
1,000%. He's the whole day though. Signal, okay, listen. Signal. He gave him Signal. His own. He gave him his own name. First off, if he was another Robin, he would fade into obscurity, which he kind of is now. But like,
Over
if he was
Tim?
another, what you mean? Tim is more popular than Duke Thomas.
Yeah,
Do you,
because the writers in DC doesn't like Duke Thomas, but if they know if DC knows if Duke Thomas was a Robin, he would overtake all the Robins, even Dick.
That's so cap.
That's not cap.
I don't know about Dick. I don't know about Dick, and I don't know about Jason Todd. Maybe Tim Drake.
Do you think if he was a Robin, they would give him the same prevalence as Damian Wayne?
Oh, absolutely Drake,
not. Damian Wayne, Tim Drake, they would need to.
And Dick Grayson.
They wouldn't. But they wouldn't though. They would need to, but they wouldn't.
I think that the reason that DC said we're not making this one a Robin is because look who had their own comic book. Damian had comic book. Jason has had comic books. Tim and Dick have had comic books. Even Stephanie got to have her little origin comic book. Where is Duke Thomas? Duke Thomas has had nothing. He barely was even mentioned in anything. He is a background character because he's banished to the daytime. They don't even like him over there.
Are you saying he's not marketed as well?
He's not marketed as well. He's not mentioned ever.
Okay.
Maybe he should get his own comic book finally. Besides the Outsiders.
Yeah. Yes. We wouldn't have his own comic book. Damian Wayne, once again, if he was a Robin, I swear to I actually think Q Fade more obscurity than he is now. I 1,000% believe that.
I 1,000% disagree.
Because one, Damian Wayne and Tim, I want him because I think him having his own identity as Signal is cool than just lumping on the rest of the Robins. There's already two Robins, Damian Wayne and Tim Drake. Tim Drake needs to get a new identity. I'm not gonna lie.
Tim Drake needs to start sucking Batman's balls, but that's enough.
But he wants to though, because he's Robin. He's the perfect sidekick. He's the perfect sidekick. The thing is, he wanted that though. He wanted to be the perfect sidekick, and that's cool. Damian Wayne, he wants to grow up too, but he's still like 14. Tim Drake is like 19 years old. Tim Drake they're basically grown. So he should he should become at least Red Robin or something again. Like
Duke has the capabilities. He has everything it takes to be a Robin. He will be a different Robin. He will be a better Robin.
He'd be fighting at night too, though. Like Duke Thomas, he also be fighting at night too. Like we're saying, he's also be fighting at night too, though.
But when do we see him fighting in the day? Exactly. We don't ever see him fighting during the day. He's banished to obscurity. All right, KD. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's about to be a fucking 3-hour episode. We gotta wrap it up, man. We gotta get.
I just wanted to get this out. Or get that out. Now let's move on to our 17 questions. These questions are going to be based on things that we said on this episode, things we said on previous episode, and things that Mayor just came up with. Are you ready for the 17
Mayor just came up with
fun questions for KD, Mr. Kaden Smith?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Number one, what superpower would you have? You can have superpowers.
Telekinesis. That's easy. Telekinesis, best power.
You know, there are no Black people between Marvel and DC who are telepathic.
Telepathic? You know.
Yeah, I wonder why. Food for thought.
Because they don't hear people saying racist shit all day.
Exactly. Are there any telepathic or telekinetic Black people besides John?
John
he's
who?
a Martian.
Yeah, I'm about to say John Jones.
He's not Black. I don't know, not Black. Icon has like a low form of telekinesis, but that's
I don't know.
That's
but he's an alien too.
But like I feel like we could classify him as black though. He lived on Earth for 200 years during slavery, Jim Crow, and every major point for a Black American. I think we can claim him black.
Well, not
Like
every.
but I understand.
Most.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like at least for Black Americans.
Yeah, Black Americans. Yeah.
Black Americans, but yeah, but no. To your point, there's no talking that I can think of anyway.
That's what DC needs to work on. What is the most underrated comic book series of all time?
Icon. Icon. The 90s milestone.
Interesting. What comic book character would be the worst roommate ever?
Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
Deadpool.
One day he knocking out the wall, and the next day he bringing in some alien fucking in your bed. It's gonna be a mess.
You ain't got no privacy. That should be the worst. Actually.
If you got a Green Lantern ring, what color would you choose?
Green.
Green?
Yeah, will.
Well,
yeah,
I just said green, but okay. What's one comic everyone loves that you don't?
I don't know if I won't say I don't love it. I'm not as high on it as it is. Batman Killing Joke. That shit overrated.
That's a good one though, man. The Killing Joke.
But I think the shit overrated as well.
Wow.
I think the shit was low key misogynistic towards Barbara Gordon.
Well, yeah.
They really,
especially the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the gay?
It was cool though. I say it's cool though. I think it's overrated. I'm not saying it's bad. I just
it's overrated. Okay, bet.
Who is the gayest Disney villain?
The gayest? Gaston.
Gaston was gay.
Yeah, he was definitely having sex with Love Fall.
Yeah.
Which one would you pick? Martin or Living Single?
Martin. Martin's my favorite sitcom of all time. Top 5 show. So Martin.
Okay. What's one character who deserves a movie right now?
Static. Come on now. We already know. If I can't choose Static though, if I couldn't choose Static, Mr. Terrific.
Wasn't Jason's? I mean, not Jason, but Jaden supposed to be him like 10 years ago in a movie.
I thank God every day. I thank God every day that he wasn't. I don't see Jaden Smith as him, but or Caleb McLaughlin, the dude from Stranger Things, personally.
I can see Caleb McLaughlin. Yeah, I can see him being like a young Mr. Terrific.
Well, Mr. Terrific's son is back, but I can see a older Static right on this Zoom call. What canceled comic book should make a comeback?
Canceled? Oh, that's a good question. Canceled? Like it never got to finish. That entire new milestone line. I liked most of the stories on there. If I do like a single one, that's hard actually. I don't know. Oh, Green Arrow by Chris Condon.
Green Arrow
by Chris Condon. Yeah, because Chris Condon was going crazy on Green Arrow, but then they canceled it.
Okay.
I need more time to think.
All right.
Yeah.
Who was right? Professor X or Magneto?
Magneto.
Yeah.
That is correct. What aliens come to Earth? What comic book do you get them to read to love human beings?
Icon.
Really?
It's by it's either Icon or Superman. It's by aliens coming here. But with Icon, it shows the intricacies of the social construct of race and how it is like perpetuated by people. And it's cool as shit.
Would that make them love humans, or would they be like, fuck these humans?
Or just love black people?
I think showing the struggle of black people, and they might just don't like black people. Yeah, I show them Superman. We would be safe though. We would be safe. We would be safe on this call.
What upcoming movie or TV show are you excited to see in 2026?
Spider-Man. Oh, Spider-Man Brand New Day, already bought my tickets, and X-Men 97 Season 2.
Yes, sir.
When does
No,
X-Men?
no Supergirl.
I'm excited for Supergirl, but I'm most excited for
Okay.
Spider-Man Random Day and X-Men 97. I'm watching Supergirl when it comes Thursday.
Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
Thursday.
Bet.
Yeah, I'm excited.
What is your hottest comic book hot take?
Oh, Static is the greatest teenager in comic book history. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
greatest teenage superhero in comic book history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is a hot take.
I actually don't think
Yeah.
I think it's Cole, but yeah.
It's obviously Jubilee. Like, if you
That's
look
the
at
You
everything,
believe?
I didn't say she
once
was my
again though,
favorite. I didn't say she was my favorite. I
but
said
but listen though,
the greatest teenager is Jubilee.
oh, I guess another one I have, which is the X-Men and Fantastic Four. They're not superheroes.
Mm-mm. They're
The
not.
Fantastic Four are the Fantastic Four are adventurers and explorers. They're closer to Indiana Jones than that
Oh
of Superman and
my
Spider-Man.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Define
So
superhero, please. Because
people who
my
try to be
mama is a
people
superhero to me.
okay, but people who try to be proactive, so like they're not like patrolling the streets trying to try to stop crime, like bank robberies. Crime just, I mean, for Fantastic Four, they just so happen to come across stuff in their journeys, and they're gonna fight it because they're not assholes. They're good
Mm-hmm.
people. You know, Galactus is gonna come down. He's destroying the world. We gotta stop him. You know, but they're not
Well, it
patrolling crime. They have
well it, no, go ahead, go
go
ahead. I'm
ahead.
sorry.
The X-Men, all the things that they fight are against is for mutant rights. They're revolutionaries.
Yeah.
They're like
We not
they're
even
they're
they're civil rights activists.
yeah, they're actors. I don't think they're superheroes. I'm not saying. I think because you do heroic things and have superpowers, that doesn't make you a superhero. I think
Mm,
you're trying to actively stop crime, like stop bank robberies.
mm-hmm.
And we can even say they're greater. X-Men are greater for being revolutionaries and trying to be active. But like most things that they do are for mutant rights and for mutant relations.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the
Even
Static Patrol.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then, from what you're saying, seems like the greatest teenage superhero of all time is Peter Parker.
this is why I specify comics. He's a grown ass man. He's been a grown ass man since like the 70s.
He
Mm-hmm.
was not. He was in high school. He had that whole run with Eddie Brock beating him up in high school.
Was that in
Ultimate
the
Spider-Man.
70s though?
I
That's
mean,
Ultimate Spider.
he was.
eh,
They just not ultimate.
And
That's in the
speak
main continuity.
main continuity. So in main continuity, Eddie Brock beating him up. He was in college. He graduated high school in like issue 20 something and made Spider-Man. Okay, so that was like actually I was thinking it was pre-70. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe early 70s. And ever since, if you think, I want you to name every probably storyline for Spider-Man that you could think of. I bet he's a grown ass man.
Yeah. Most of the Spider-Man that I've read is Dan Slott. And he been grown for a minute.
Yeah, like he said, Kraven's Last Hunt, The Death of Gwen Stacy, like name a storyline. I bet he's a grown
I
ass man.
mean, all that's 90s, of course. So when
Death of Gwen Stacy was
Stan was
70s. He was a
writing
grown ass man in
him,
college.
when Stan was writing him, he was
Yeah,
in high school.
Yeah. But he ain't in high school
yeah.
today is what we're saying.
Neither is Static.
Technically, currently, but even then, I'm still saying history because I think Spider-Man has transcended. Like he's been grown for so long. I think him being a teenager is like so relevant. That's me. We can disagree with that. Okay, we can disagree with that. I think like he got his powers in high school, but I'm saying nothing of note, especially for storylines, everything like that, has happened to him in high school.
I
Besides getting his
think
powers and his and Uncle dying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is.
Even in the movies, besides Tom Holland, like Tobey Maguire was a high school for 20 minutes, then graduated, and then for all the movies, grown ass man. Andrew Garfield was the first movie he was in high school. Second movie, first 10 minutes he graduates.
But then the TV show, the Spider-Man's Amazing
He,
Friends.
okay,
Don't
the
nobody watch
90s
Spider-Man is
Spider-Man.
amazing. Talk about
I like that
Spider-Man.
one. I 90s Spider-Man, even 90s Spider-Man, grown ass man, and he's in ESU
In
college.
Right.
college. Okay. And
Mhm.
the current
And
TV show.
yes, but I'm saying the thing about putting the guise of him being a teenager is mainly because of Spectacular Spider-Man, probably the greatest Spider-Man show ever.
Mm-hmm.
Which made him a high schooler, and that did so well that they never, at least out of comic books, graduated from that. He's a teenager ever since then. Spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man, Ultra Spider-Man, the Spider-Man show in 2018, which was ass, but hey, he was in high school then. The new one now, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man High School. Ever since 2008, when the Spectacular Spider show came out, they was like, yo, let's make him in high school forever.
Because
Like
in the movie, Tom Holland is still in high school.
No, he's not. He's in
yeah,
college.
He's in high school.
and Brandon, oh yeah, for like the 3 movies, he's in high school. For the 3 movies, yes, he's in high school.
Yeah.
But once again, I'm saying that's been the 2008 because I did so well in that category so much.
So best teenager for you is still Static.
No, I said this is why I specify in comic books. That's why I specify in comic books, not just immediate.
All right.
And this is his quick fire segment. He shouldn't have had to explain all this if he didn't want to.
No. This is still a podcast. He can explain it, but I am disagreeing. But you're right.
That's right.
This is a quick fire
we
segment.
disagree. Yeah.
All right. Which comic book creator would you want to have dinner with?
Alive or dead, or just alive?
Yeah, alive or dead.
Dwayne McDuffie.
Oh, his name comes up a lot on this show. All right.
I wonder why.
Yeah. If you could reboot one comic book franchise, make it completely your own, which comic book franchise would it be?
And make it my own? That's a great question. It would always be Milestone. I always feel like the Milestone characters do better about themselves than me and DC. I've had that criticism a little bit. So I'll do Milestone. But if I can do that, have you ever heard of Valiant? Valiant. I like Valiant. I'll redo Valiant. Valiant right now is not the greatest, but in like the 2014, 2015s, like mid 2010s, late 2010s, they were going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Valiant.
Who is your favorite? This is the final one. Who is your favorite rapper turned actor?
Do they have to be a good actor?
No.
Just you might be mad at me for this. T.I. It's crazy. This is how we come full circle from the beginning to the end. This is how we come
man, that's my own heart, man.
No. This is how we come full circle from the beginning to the end.
So you really like Roll Bounce that much? Or he wasn't in Roll Bounce. He was in that.
He wasn't in Roll Bounce. Bow Wow. I mean, Roll Bounce was fire though. Roll Bounce was fire movie.
Roll Bounce was good. I think you're thinking of ATL.
Sure.
He's in ATL. Yeah, ATL is once again, that movie is really not that. It's like more culturally good than I can say. Like just
ATL is good as fuck. I won't hear no ATL slander on this podcast.
You from ATL though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you from ATL.
I am from
ATL. So I was like,
yeah.
So like, so like that meant y'all been to Cascade and stuff like that.
Hell yeah, I stay at that Cascade all the time.
Please.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying. I think that movie is solid. I'm not saying I think that movie's solid. I don't think it's great, but
yeah, it's not.
I like the movie a lot though. I like the movie a lot.
Never that,
He wasn't good at Ant-Man either.
He was hilarious in Ant-Man.
All right,
he was funny in Ant-Man.
Well, y'all like Martin, so that's the type of humor.
You don't like Martin?
No.
Are you black?
Check his black card. Check his black card right now.
All right, guys.
Take his freedom away.
you like living single more?
I am definitely living single. Those jokes aren't funny. I don't like fart jokes.
That's right. He has like more like physical comedy than anything, so I can understand.
Yeah. Martin was a more outrageous show.
Yeah. All right, you guys. That was the end of our very good discussion with KD. I knew it was going to be good. That's why I implored him to be on. KD, what you're doing online is very, very important. Please keep doing it. You tell all of the people about these important things. You are a Black creator, and we, of course, love those. And your skits are hilarious. Your information, you're so informed, and everything about you dealing with comics and everything, it comes from a good place, not a place of trying to bash anybody who doesn't know, but a place of just letting people know, keeping people informed, and making it fun. So please, please, please keep what you're doing, or keep doing what you're doing, because I love it. I follow you on all my accounts, and you are definitely one of my favorites.
Appreciate you. I had a great time actually. I'd love to come back one day.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
We'll definitely have you back. We had a great time too, man. You've been a great guest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is fun as hell. It's fun as hell. Hey, if you do another static game, you gotta make the questions super hard.
All right.
The last
Now
one,
I know. I have been trying to make them easier because Jared always complains that they're too hard, but I'm gonna make them harder. I got you.
I never complained that they're too hard. You always change the question while I'm giving the answer. So that's what I complained about. It's
Don't believe
the
that bullshit.
cheating stuff from
Don't
the
believe that
judge,
bullshit.
jury, and executioner, the cheating, and that was my biggest concern. Because when we did that game, you said your favorite isekai was supposed to be jobless reincarnation. And then when we got
We're not
to
getting
it,
back into this shit,
when
man.
we got
Hey.
to it, you changed it.
Oh
at the
my
final
God.
moment.
That is not what happened.
That is what
And I'm
happened.
not going back through this with you. KD,
Because you know
where
you
can
were
they find
wrong.
where can our audience find and follow you, man?
I'm KD Comics on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm trying to get back on YouTube. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get back. I'm gonna just start doing the Do You Know Comics game show. I'm gonna get back into that. So, Jared, you can be on there. Both y'all can be on there actually one of these days. Where I
Okay.
basically
Yeah,
ask
just let us
questions.
know.
I have y'all go against each other.
Ooh.
I
And
win.
then I only have like 2 episodes up on my YouTube channel, so you can look at it. So I'm trying to get back into YouTube and just more content. I've been slacking recently, but yeah. So basically, it's just a Comics game show where I ask 2 creators that go into each other, ask them questions. There's a easy, medium, and hard questions section.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do some reading up about it. You know,
yeah, send us a prep list. Send us a prep list.
I can't send you a prep list, but you should just be reading in general.
What the fuck?
You gotta know.
Reading
it's like, I'm gonna give you a test, but I ain't gonna tell you what to study. Get out of here.
He
Yeah.
said comics.
Yeah, like-
he said comics.
Yeah, it's comic books. That's all I can give you is comic books. Because if I start telling you what to study for, then you know, I've asked questions as hard as what color are Batman's gloves in his first appearance. You know,
Purple.
Shit.
They were purple. Yeah, they were purple. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna win. I told you. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. DeMarcus
So,
gonna
you know,
lose. He's a loser.
Who was the first black superhero for DC to have his own series? Black
Lightning.
So like I always ask. So questions, they vary in the difficulty. So you know what I'm saying. I'll have it on the show when I get back up and running. But yeah, thanks for having me.
On, man. I love to do it.
Keep us informed on that, and you can always follow us on all social media, Black Geek Energy, or on Twitter, BGE_pod. And this was a great episode. Thank you for joining us, KD, and we will see you next time.
BGE out.